Well, I guess it's a three-person monologue today. We don't have a single camera. All right, we're on the multi-camera set today, y'all. So work with us. We trying something new. But anyway, welcome to episode 268. Kyrie coach. I mean, I say Kyrie and coach. Armani and coach. Are y'all still there? Okay, y'all still there. My bad, Almighty. But anyway, speaking of Kyrie, Kyrie is back at it again. It's only been a few weeks since the last soap opera, and now we on to a new soap opera. If it weren't the little Jewish video that Kyrie posted on his Twitter page, and that whole fiasco, well, guess what? That wasn't enough drama for Kyrie this season. He said, "Yo, I've been a little quiet for a while, y'all. I need to stir it up again." Well, stir it up he did. 5 days before the trading deadline, Kyrie has stirred it up. We're going to talk about that. Anyway, the NFL coaching carousel is starting to go around and around. We're going to talk about that. Man, Super Bowl ain't even happened yet. We got all these moves happening. Tom Brady finally retired. Hopefully, we'll see. I mean, next season ain't started yet, so we'll see. He said he retired last February. Now he say he retired again this February. We'll talk about that. The Bengals and the 49ers got sent fishing, home packing, time to go to Cancun. We'll talk about them. Julian Love, hating on Eagles coach Nick Sirianni. Well, I guess we'll talk about that too. Aaron Rodgers, what's his next move going to be? Packers said it ain't going to be with them. We're going to talk about that. He said it ain't going to be in San Francisco. NBA All-Star reserves announced. Man, sorry, y'all. I'm a little under the weather. But for some reason, I'm a little pumped up too. But anyway, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about all that and more. Episode 268, running a little late. Appreciate your patience, y'all. But we're about to start now. Let's get it started. Now, come on, coach. Let's get it started.
Ready to get it started. Here we go. Good morning, everybody. We are all a little under the weather, but we're here. This is the Red and Red Sports Show, and we are here. The great Reverend will be here in a while, and we're ready to get this sports show started because we're going to give you real sports talk from real sports fans who were real sports athletes who have what?
Real sports knowledge. Yeah, 2 weeks in a row, coach.
Trying to work it out. Yeah, it's a nice day outside here in the ATL and Armani. I'm sure you having pretty good weather up there unless it's snow and ice.
Nope, no snow and no ice. It's pretty nice out today. Ain't too bad.
Okay. Well, everybody's having a good day today. All right, let's jump right into it for my number 268. And number 268 is going to be an old schooler because see, like the old schoolers wore the only one that did something with the big uniforms. And since it's Kansas City, I'm going to take it back to a Kansas City Chief who played 14 seasons and never missed a game playing on the line. Really odd. He's two-time All-Pro, and he wore number 68, never missed a game in 14 years, and his name was Will Shields. You can look that up anytime. Will Shields played for the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm sure you wish he could play next week, but no, he can't get out there and do it. But Will Shields is our man. All right.
He was banging the drum last week before the game.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's welcome Reverend Night Nation, all the nations here. Let's see who's here.
What's up, Rev Night Nation? Raise the roof.
The president says, time to slam the gavel, VP. Joe Black said, what's up, guys? And the VP is running through the metal detectors. I got some concerns about that, where he going, running through metal detectors, ready to grab the gavel to slam it down to begin another 5 session of TRRSS. He's already talking about Kyrie, saw Kanye going through his mess. He basically said, hold my beer. Give us time. We get into that, Vince. This is the best intro that Coach ever had. Shut up. I don't want to fool you. Coach about to name Dope Walker as a... No. Not Not Dope Walker, dog. You going way back.
He said you saw him play.
Saw him play. See, Miss Harris, good morning, Miss Harris. Good morning to you. Glad to have you here. All right. Out catching a cascade of canoodling catfish and brigades of belching belugas on Lake Minnetonka. Lake Minnetonka, didn't Prince make abalone again in Lake Minnetonka? I guess. I don't know. Back in the days. Let's see. Thomas said, Coach memorized his cue card. They right here. I got them right here. So yeah, I'm there today. I'm on top of everything. So thank you, Thomas. Vincent, I'm gonna get you later on. Don't worry about it. I got something for you. All right. We're gonna ready to do our dope, nope, and coke for today. We're gonna start with you, Red. What's your dope moment?
Okay. My dope moment is Bart Scott. You know, Coach, I got to give it to you. I thought the Falcons and Saints was a rivalry, but the Steelers and Ravens, they are a real rivalry, especially after what Bart Scott admitted this week. I don't know if you heard it. Let me refresh your memory. Bart Scott said it took him 5 years of therapy for him not to punch Hines Ward in the face. Wow. 5 years of therapy. You got that much hate for Hines Ward that it take you 5 years of therapy to not punch him in the face. You paid a psychiatrist 5 years worth of money to not punch Hines Ward in the face. Wow. I ain't heard no Falcons player say that about a Saints player. I definitely ain't heard no Saints player say that about a Falcons player. I ain't heard Dion say it took him 5 years not to punch Mike Haynes in the face or something like that. Or Alvin Kamara said it took him 5 years to get AJ Terrell out his head or something like that. So, man, that Steelers and Ravens rivalry, that is some real hate these guys have for each other. Well, anyway, I'm glad you're feeling better, Bart, but thanks for that little tidbit. That is some real hate right there. 5 years of therapy. What, Hines? What did you do to Bart Scott? One of those illegal crack blocks again, Hines, that they taught you up at UGA? No, I'm just
kidding. All right, Armani.
I'm doping on, let's see, it's a few things I can do. I'm gonna dope on the new OC hire at Alabama. Coach Saban, I know what you're trying to do, but you're not really slick because we can kind of see right through it. But I guess I like it. Young guy, Tommy Reed's 30 years old. He wasn't OC at Notre Dame for very long, but you got Brian Kelly as understudy. That's cute. I see what you're trying to do. He beat you this year, now you're trying to, get him back, get his little secret. So I get it. It's cool. So I'm gonna dope on that. I think that was a good hire. We need a young, fresh mind in here with some new ideas, not Bill O'Brien. But I'm gonna dope on that. Good job. Good hire. Young guy.
So you know what he's planning, huh?
Yeah, he ain't slick. I know.
I don't know, Coach. It sounds like he's coping with that. I don't sound like he's too convinced on money.
My dope moment. Let's see. There's several out there. I'll say it goes to the Sacramento Kings. Usually about this time, Sacramento will be one of those teams you're talking about at the bottom of the barrel. They all look good. They got some good players, but they just can't get over the hump. Well, it looked like the hump has been crossed this year, and Sacramento, unless there's an epic collapse, will make the playoffs. Now, what they do in the playoffs, baby steps. Don't expect them to go out there and blow everybody out and make it to the finals. Hey, who knows? But I give a dope moment to the Sacramento Kings for actually, making a season out of it finally after all the expectations. And De'Aaron Fox, you the man.
Mike Brown made a difference, it looked like.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. All right, Armani, what's your note moment?
I'm going to note on some of these Falcons fans out here that think that Arthur Smith and Terry Fontenot are going to just put all their cards on the table for a third round pick. Listen, I really hope Ritter works out. I really do, but we have to kind of live in reality a little bit. You don't really look in the third and later rounds to find your franchise quarterback. That's just not how the NFL works. You have those guys that do come out and have success in the later rounds, but that's not really where you find your guy. So I mean, I just don't understand why Falcons fans are so bent on, okay, Ritter's our guy when it took him 2 to 3 games to even throw his first touchdown pass. Like, I get it, he progressed, but Terry Fontenot, Arthur Smith will have an insurance plan just in case. I promise y'all. He couldn't even commit to Ritter in the press conference. When he first got here, he said, Matt Ryan's my guy. I got to go with him. Then he saw him play. Got him out of here. He saw Desmond Ritter play. Couldn't commit to him because I don't know who's going to be the quarterback in 2023.
Oh, okay. All right. This is a note, man. It sounds like this is something for a debate, and I know when you want to really debate this. We're gonna have to debate this later. We try to get through the dope and Colts, man. You want to have a discussion about this?
You be going over, okay?
And he talking about me, Coach. I don't know. I just want everybody to know out there. You talking about me?
You're not the only fan in the world, Red. I'm sorry.
But what you talking about? I am one of the ones that's pulling for Ritter to get an opportunity.
You one of many. I said that.
We need to talk about this. So this shouldn't even be your note because this is something we need to debate. We'll debate it. Don't worry.
What's your moment, Red?
All right, learn our money. This is how you nope. What I'm noping on is Carolina's coach David Tepper. David Tepper said this week that he's trying to sell diversity to his team, that he's leading the way for diversity in sports. How is that, David, when you had a chance to hire a black coach and you passed him up for Frank White? I don't care if your director or whatever is a black woman. I don't care how many black folks you got in the front office doing this job and got this title. You had a chance to hire a black coach, which would have showed that you all about diversity, and you fail, okay? So spare me talking about you're leading the way for diversity in the NFL. Carolina Panthers owner David Tepper, nope, okay? Nope.
Red does not like David Tepper.
I'm talking about he standing for diversity when you had a chance to hire Steve Wilkes and you didn't. That would have shown you all about diversity.
Too much diversity. Too much. All right. My note moment goes to the NFL. NFL, could you just please name the guys who are all pros? Stop the Pro Bowl show or circus or whatever you call it. Dodgeball. Throwing at targets. That's not football.
My God.
Did you not remember a name Robert Edwards? I need to refresh your memory. He played flag football during the Pro Bowl and tore his leg completely up. Are you not learning from stuff like that? We don't need any kind of little thing that's going on the Pro Bowl Skills Challenge. You might as well go back and do this old show called Battle of the Network Stars and make it like that. I mean, seriously, it is a joke. Please don't do this again, NFL. Well, the NBA bad enough with the no defense rule, and the National Hockey League, they shoot all day. The only one got credibility is the MLB, and that's because they make it a home team. Whoever wins get the home field advantage, but pro football, just stop it, please. Stop it. That's all I got to say.
Understand it. And thank you. I was going to give him some props, but now listening to you, man, that makes sense. I'm looking at the dodgeball. I was like, you're right. Robert Edwards in the flag football, dodgeball. Man, you know how many injuries could possibly happen with them clowns doing that stuff? I mean, you running, stopping, dodging. Somebody got hit in the Saquon got hit in the face with a ball. I'm saying, it's no telling what type of injuries could happen with that dodgeball. I mean, I get it, it's fun, but like you say, if the NFL all about safety and protecting, Lord have mercy. I mean, the golf game was all right. The one they was out there on the desert with Dan of Gloucester and they were hitting the golf balls. That was kind of cool, but you can't. It depends on what city, and you're not gonna be able to do it everywhere. It's like so. I guess on what city they have the Pro Bowl in, depending on the activities they have. But yeah, that dodgeball. Oh my God, that's an injury. That is an injury, and it's somebody being out for the season waiting to happen.
Exactly. All right, Armani, what's your coat moment?
Stetson Bennett, man, dude, you just won back-to-back natties, and you get drunk and you make some poor decisions, man. I hope that it don't hurt your draft stock too much, which you're not really going that high anyway. But I just think that it's I just hope teams don't really like overlook. I mean, he's a young college kid. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I just hope I don't want, NFL recruits to, scouts be like, okay, that's the end all be all for Stetson Bennett. Like he's young, he's made a mistake. It's gonna be all right, Stetson. You're still going to the league, everything's gonna be good, you're gonna be fine. Trust me, just whatever you're going through, just get through it, you'll be fine.
Armani, there any truth that he said to the policeman, hold my beer?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Just want to make sure.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I'm touched by all this concern that Alabama has for my UGA quarterback. I'm personally not worried about him. I mean, why is everybody so worried about Stetson? This dude, he ain't doing nothing that's boggling me at all whatsoever. Dude out here just really like he just having fun. He don't want the back-to-back championships. As far as his draft stock, I never thought he had any stock anyway to drop. So wherever teams were gonna take him, I still think they're gonna take him. Wherever they plan on taking him, I don't think he's hurt his draft stock at all, to be honest, because I didn't think it was that high. And some Michael Harris talking about the Falcons, I'll take him in the first round. Dude, you got a right to remain silent, Junior Harris, with that crazy comment.
All right, Red, what you coping with? Might be that.
Well, I could be coping with that too, but let's see. I got a few. Let's see, Robert Ory and Dunn. I think I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. The possibility of the Cowboys extending Dak for 10 more years, and the possibility of even Jerry's son saying that Dak can be the quarterback for the Cowboys for 10 more seasons. Wow, Cowboys fans, what are y'all gonna do if that happens? And honestly, with his $48 million cap hit coming next season, excuse me, y'all, an extension would be best if they actually believed in him. But since I know they don't, and Jared don't believe in him, and probably want him gone now, extending him just so he can get salary cap space to sign some of these other players, I don't know how realistic that is when I already know the owner want him gone. So the thought of Dak being in Dallas for another 10 years, man, I want to know what Cowboys fans got to say about that. I want to know what Jerry got to say about that, because right now, I don't think they coping too well with the thought of Dak being in Cowboys land for another 10 years. The only person that's probably coping with that is Steven Jones, because he's just thinking about the money right now. Don't worry, Steven. It is going to be plenty of daddy's money for you to spend in the pile, okay? Don't worry. You guys are worth billions, okay? I don't care how big a salary cap hit you take. Going to be plenty of money for you, Steven.
Dak for 10 years. Yes. All right. I just can't picture. Maybe he said smoking crack. I don't know. That's a little.
Oh, Lord.
My coat moment goes to Carolina and Duke. Neither one of you are ranked.
Oh, man.
In a long time.
Wow.
Neither one team. That takes some of the luster off the game. This is the annual game they used to be. This is the annual rite of passage seeing Carolina and Duke play, but neither one is ranked. And I hope the fans can cope with those magic words that they don't like to hear Joe Lunardi say. Carolina's on the bubble. If they tell you on the bubble, that means we got a problem at Carolina and Duke, because you all are, like they said, the traditional blue bloods, and you all don't get on the bubble. That's foreign language to you. I like learning German. So somebody gonna fall today, unfortunately, and somebody gonna keep looking a little shaky. The winner gets a little cachet because you beat the other one, but the loser, ooh, and they'll start making bubble talk, like I said, which is foreign in Duke or Carolina. They don't hear that talk.
Now, man, the North Carolina coach, the black dude.
Yeah, Hubert Davis. He
Yeah.
he may get a little pass because he took him to the national championship last year, but
Right, that's right.
they're not happy. I can tell you that Carolina people are a little disturbed behind this. When you had everybody coming back, and you got picked up Pete Nance from I forgot what school he came from. I think Marquette, who was a gunner, and you doing this, so who knows?
And
All right,
then
the Rev got a lot to say. Let's see what we got from the nation.
let's remember
let's
Duke lost their coach, so I think they're gonna need like a season, maybe 2, to get right, to get back kind of like psychologically right.
All right. The VP said, dope. 2 black quarterbacks playing in the Super Bowl for the first time ever, just in time for Black History Month. FYI, I Black History every day. Every day, every day.
That was gonna be my dope next week.
Yeah. Nicole Lynn become the first black female sports agent to have a client start at quarterback in the Super Bowl. Let me tell you about Nicole, about what she has done. She's pretty fine. That's all I can say. She is a beauty. And her to do that with Hertz got a good one her, because she is very knowledgeable of what she's doing. She knows a lot, and it probably helps that one is a Q and she's a Delta. You know, they're sorority brothers and sisters, so that helps a lot with him. So
yeah, Lamar Jackson ought to have her as an agent.
He needs to have somebody. I don't know what to say about him. Vincent Woodard said Hines Ward was the king of the crackback block. Yeah, he did. He got Bart Scott a couple. Bart had therapy because Hines Ward didn't mind hitting somebody. He never worried about it. He didn't mind he catching passes, but he liked to go out and tell somebody up. So that's probably why Bart was in therapy. Dope, 2 black quarterbacks in the Super Bowl, starting quarterbacks, and 2 brothers facing each other. Kelsey boys, yeah, that's the interesting who the mom go for. She probably gonna get one of those half shirts, half KC, half Philly for the game. That's nice. Both her sons are in the Super Bowl.
Y'all know the game is next Sunday, right?
Right.
Y'all wasting they wasting their dopes for next Sunday, coach.
Yeah. Thomas want to know, are you in Norfolk? Armani?
Close. I'm at Yorktown. It's pretty much in the same area. I'm about 30 minutes from Norfolk. So yeah, I'm still in the area. I'm still in the 7 cities area.
Okay. Thomas said athletes keep getting involved in domestic violence issues. Well, it's almost like a magnet, but we'll get into that a bit later. And then Vincent said, Joe Mixon, why? Why? Niggas out there acting up. Joe Mixon, the charges were dropped, so he's apparently still going to be able to play football. But why even get near a situation like that where they can pin something on? Anytime you get near something like that, they're going to make it worse than it really is, Joe, because you dislocated a jaw, my brother. So you ain't got much room.
No, he hit her so hard. He dislocated her jaw.
And he hit her hard. I'm not lying. She hit first, but you can't win when you hit a young lady like that. I'm sorry.
Now, me and Armani was discussing this yesterday about how they gonna dismiss the charge, but say they still investigating. But to me, that was so stupid. Why you're not even supposed to charge the guy until you investigate completely? Then you make an arrest or a charge. How they charging somebody and then dismiss, but then say pending further investigation. This is some backward stuff up in Ohio. I don't know how they do their police station, but I'm glad the charges were dismissed. I'm glad, but now word are they gonna keep going till they find something on them or what? I don't know how that works.
Never know. Never know. Thomas said, "Dope, barring any disaster, LeBron James will make history next week, and Red will watch it, no matter how much he hates him."
I have no
All right.
choice.
Andre McDaniels, good job and show. Thank you, Andre. Glad that you're joining us today on the Red and Rail Sports Show.
One of my UPS co-workers. Appreciate that, buddy.
Thank you for coming out. Vincent said, owner Red Rhodes, David Tepper, the Carolina Panthers pink toe owner.
You got the pink toe right.
No comment about the pink toe. Coach, Tugalavia, yeah, him.
Tagovailoa.
Okay. Tagovailoa. Just clearing concussion protocol. I feel this kid's career will be cut short. I smells a rat in that. I think they held him out for a reason. And they used concussion protocol as the reason. I think he was cleared a long time ago. But to avoid any thoughts of him playing, they kept him on it.
They trying to get it. They trying to pay this kid. They trying to do it. They trying to justify doing whatever they can do to justify giving this kid the bag, which is what they gonna do in the next coming months. Because like you keep forgetting, he on his third year. He gonna be going. I mean, he's looking for an extension. That extension is his main reason for playing. He's trying to set his family up for life, and he know this extension will do that. Now, after he get the extension, I'm pretty sure Tua don't even care. I don't think Tua gonna play 10 years. He's not gonna be one of these 10, 11, 12-year quarterbacks. As long as he get that bag, that's what he's trying to get. He's trying to set up his Hawaiian family for life. They want generational wealth, okay? Now, I know he got a younger brother up and coming, but Tua want that bag, I'm telling you. And once he get that bag, then trust me, I wouldn't even be surprised if he started pulling a Kawhi or something. He ain't gonna even play that much. Watch Armani. When he get that bag, he ain't gonna play that much. And he gonna retire early. Watch.
I don't blame him.
Not before he get that bag though, but he gonna hang on as long as he can to get that bag. Concussion, danger, protocols, whatever. As long as he hanging on to get that bag. Okay, how many more games he got to go out there and show the Dolphins? Yeah, y'all need me. I wouldn't even be surprised if the same situation the Dolphins had last year, he have again this year. He'll play for a little while, we'll win a few games, and they'll be like, okay, Tua's good enough. Let's go ahead and extend them. And boom, he out again. He'll be out for the playoffs. Won't even make the playoffs, but guess what? He'll have that bag, though.
Thomas said, nope, Pro Bowl is a clown show, pretty much. Ms. Harris said, tickets to the Lakers Thunders game going for much as $92,000 in anticipation of the King breaking the scoring record. If I had
everybody want to see the GOAT break that record.
Yeah.
My money will be going toward the Beyonce concert.
Yeah, right. I wish
Not
I
one
crazy.
dime.
Not
we'll
one
be going
dime.
to Sasha.
And please. All right.
Lady a billionaire charging all that money for them tickets. Girl, please.
I'd rather buy a forest with beehives than to spend one dime on Beyonce.
The NFL Pro Bowl is the crappiest all-star game in all the sports. They don't even play it anymore now. The no defense playing NBA is a close second, pretty much.
Yeah.
Somebody bring back Ronaldo Nehemiah, Battle of the Network Stars. Yeah, he was the king of Battle of the Network Stars because he was a track star that tried to play football, and his career didn't last as long. He was there for a hot minute, and he learned that track does not equate to football. He at them hits he took. Yeah, and then just like somebody y'all said, Saquon got hit in the face with a ball. that could have taken his eye out.
Yeah.
Don't have him. Now you mad.
Yeah.
I'm saying players getting hit in the knees and all that. He falling to the ground yesterday.
Vincent say the NFL should host a Pro Bowl spades tournament for the white people that can't play spades. We have bridge and pinochle. Oh Lord.
Something. They got to figure something out. Yeah, because you can't put players in danger playing dodgeball now.
No.
Yeah, I can
Thomas
see
said,
this dodgeball going out.
Officer Stetson, did you have anything to drink? Stetson, yep, 2 natties. Yeah. So
Y'all let Stetson live his best life. I have no problem.
Vincent Woodruff said they're gonna play bid whist. Thomas said Stetson, at least he wasn't driving. He could be no worse than he said no worse, but he said now
Yeah,
worse
you're right.
than Johnny.
He ain't out there driving.
Not the crazy Johnny Manziel. Colt Michael Harris II comments about Stetson being drafted in round 1 had me worried about his mental state.
Yeah.
I know. I'm all for Dak extension. Vincent said he's a guaranteed win for my Niners. Classic definition of insanity. Yeah, if you pay him, keep him going. Yeah, Cowboys, you're going to get what you get. And you can't say nothing, can't be mad at him because y'all don't want to give him the money.
Cowboy might be stuck with that mediocre kid.
Thomas said Dak stealing money out of the Salvation Army kettle. That big old kettle they always have. Coach, football players will play for DeBry if it means getting a big NIL deal. Yeah, whoever throwing them NIL out, which they need to put a cap on, is that's where they're going nowadays.
It's getting out of control.
Yep. Great dope, Joe Black. Heal well, buddy. Yeah, we want to send a shout out to Joe Black. He had a surgery, and we hoping he can heal and get back to normal. He had a surgery on his legs, so hoping get well, Joe Black. Lamar Jackson will be lucky to get Jake from State Farm as an agent. I don't know why. Let's see. Red. Vincent said we'll have plenty of dopes for next week. Plenty of dopes or next week. What do you mean by that? Or next week?
Yeah, he talking about when I told him save some of their football stuff for the Super Bowl stuff for next week. I got you, Vincent.
So
he meant
Janet Davis become the first Black commanding officer for Naval Station. Just had her change of command ceremony. All right, nice.
Armani, you know her? Janet Davis.
Yeah, okay. I heard about it. When was that? Yesterday, day before yesterday? Yep, I heard about it.
Okay. That's cool. All right.
Yeah, that's a nice honor for her.
I think I am, Vincent. I think I am going to look that up on YouTube. I want to see that ceremony.
I need to look that up on YouTube. I love this. I love my people. That bag, young man, play that game that thieves like Kurt Cook and Ryan plays. And get back. And I hope that Joe Burrow doesn't go to cripple the Bengals by wanting so much money, knowing they got to pay Chase and Higgins and all those boys. So
I think he realizes that. I think I heard him say I don't think he's trying to because I think he wants those other guys paid because he know he needs Chase and some of those guys. He'd be crazy. He needed to do a Pat Mahomes type contract.
Yep. Happy belated birthday to Armani Newsom. We didn't acknowledge that last week. They didn't acknowledge your birthday.
Oh, well, I appreciate it, Vincent. You know, another year younger. Appreciate it.
I thought we did.
He was at Wendy's in Hampton. Yeah, I can't tell you what else went on. But he was there celebrating. One of the Bengals triplets won't make the big cut. So that means that's either T. Higgins, Chase, or make the bag cut. I'm sorry.
It's gonna be T. Higgins. T. Higgins. Somebody got to take the less money. It's probably gonna be T. Higgins. Come on, T. Higgins. Come on to Atlanta, baby. We need a number 2.
Man, with that size.
But see, that's the thing. He's looking for number 1 money. He's not gonna come to Atlanta for number 2.
Number 1 money. He ain't a number 1 receiver. He ain't gonna get number 1 money.
Well, I'm telling you what he's looking for.
We're gonna go now to the coaching carousel. We're gonna come back to Kyrie and Kyrie. because I want Rev to be here. I guess if he's not here, then we just go on. The
All right.
NFL coaching, over the last week, you got Sean Payton, who went to the Broncos, and D'Amico Ryan, who went to the Texans. Your thoughts? Either one of you can take this one. Your thoughts?
I mean, well, the Broncos made a good hire because they need somebody that's creative with the offense. Nathaniel Hackett, I don't know what he was doing last year. I don't know what that was. Confusing everybody, the players and Russell Wilson. And also, Russell Wilson needs somebody that's a strong leader as a head coach. Wilson needs to understand, look, you can't just do what you want to do. This ain't that, and that ain't this. So, good job. They need somebody that's going to, get him back to where he needs to be. For D'Amico Ryans, all right, Texas, this your third black coach as a black head coach. You got to keep this one because you gave him a long-term deal, so you got to keep this one. So let's see what he got. D'Amico Ryans was a great hire. He had a great defense. I'm over there in 49er land, so we'll see what happens. I hope he has Texas got the number 2 pick in the draft. I already know what he's going to do with that pick. So, get your quarterback, get your defense right. So, hey, Young is there, Stroud is there. One of those guys will be there for you for the taking.
Red.
Okay. As far as Texans go, Texans, great job. This might be the best thing your organization has done in years. Don't mess it up now. Listen to what I'm saying, Texans. Owner, Cal McNair, GM, whoever you are, I don't forgot your name, the dumb fool that hired Lovey and David Culley the last 2 years, whatever your name is, do me a favor. Shut up, zip your lip, take a step back, and don't do nothing. Let D'Amico Ryan handle everything because you don't know what a leader you just hired. This guy is going to change. You want to talk about changing the culture? Oh, this guy is going to change the culture for the Texans. I mean, real quick. Number one, this was the perfect hire for the Texans. A former rookie of the year, probably one of their best players in their franchise history. Definitely their second best defensive player because I forgot about J.J. Watt. But definitely one of your top 5 players in your franchise area. If you're not going to hire J.J. Watt as your head coach, then D'Amico Ryans is the next best hire. He is a Houston Texan. He was born and bleeds Houston Texans. He is Houston Texans. Number one, that team is going to probably be one of the most physical teams in the AFC in the next coming years. He is going to bring that same physicality he had with the 49ers defense. It is going to be in Houston. So Houston and Jacksonville, look out, baby, because this is going to be your rival in the next few years. I'm telling you, D'Amico Ryans is going to change the culture over there. And you're right, with the number 2 pick, he already going to get his quarterback. So it's probably going to be Young. I doubt they to go Stroud early, but probably going to be Bryce Young. So coach them up, get your defensive players. I'm telling you, look out for the Houston Texans because D'Amico Ryans was a great hire. He is going to change things for that organization for years to come. 6-year deal. I promise you he'll be there for all 6 and maybe even longer. As long as the Houston Texans front office do the smart thing, shut up, sit back, and stay the you-know-where out the way. Let him call the shots. He know what he's doing. That man is a born leader. Now, you did the right thing by hiring a brother. Now, let that brother work. And I promise you, Texans, he going to work magic for you. Just sit back, Cal McNair. Don't mess it up. Sit in your office, play your video games, and let D'Amico Ryans run the show. Okay. Denver Broncos, Sean Payton, Russell Wilson, message, buddy. You on watch. Because if you think Sean Payton gonna put up with your sorry crap for the next however long he there, you out of your freaking mind. You got 1 year, Russell Wilson, and I mean 1 year only to show Sean Payton that you are worth moving forward on. Because if you don't, trust me, This guy is a shrewd operator. He will figure out a way to get your butt off his team, not mess up his cap, and get him another quarterback in there and moving on with your butt. Because one thing Sean Payton know he got is a Super Bowl ready defense. And you think he gonna F that up for your sorry butt? Dude, he'll go grab a quarterback off the street that can run his offense and put him in there before he let you mess it up. So Russell Wilson, like I say, you won't notice. Tell Sierra they keep the bags packed because y'all may have to move soon. No, I'm just playing around. Let me leave Sierra out of this. Anyway, but Russell, I'm just letting you know that Sean Payton not going to put up with no BS, man, okay? None of your cockiness, none of your divaness. It's about winning games. If you prove to him you can run his offense, then you got a place in Denver. If you show that you are past your time and you can't run his offense, guess what? He'll be drafting a quarterback next year, and you'll be on your way out of Denver real soon. The man know he has defense. He ain't no fool. He know that defense is ready to win now. So that means you got to win now. You got to get your butt in that playbook, study his offense. No off season for you, Russell. You got to get, as soon as Sean Payton get in that office, you got to get in the office. You got to get in the playbook just like him. This offseason got to be all about Sean Payton's offense. Because if you come into next season making him look bad, boy, you are going to, I promise you, he'll make, Sean Payton knows how to work the media, okay? He going to make sure that everybody knows it's on you and not him, okay? Denver, good hire. Russell, you on watch, buddy, because Sean Payton is about winning. He ain't taking no crap. He put up with one season of Jameis. He put up with one season at Dalton. He can't do it. It's about winning for him. So you either prove to him that you can win or you going to be out, okay? Good hire, Denver. Good hire, Houston. Both places, I see changes happening real soon for both places. Come on, Rev. I know you want some of this.
All right, he'll be on in a few minutes. The Texans kind of painted themselves in a corner with DeMeco Ryans because you got a good player, but the Texans know they're going to have to keep him because if you cut him loose and fire him before his time is up, then you might not ever have a coach again because nobody going to want to come there because they be like, oh, they don't give you but 2 years, and then they fire you. So the Texans are putting their faith in Ryan. Ryan said he want to be there. He's a Houston native. He played for him. You know, like I said, they're gonna give him all 6 years to turn the franchise around. And putting it mildly, they're in a weak division right now with Tennessee, Indianapolis, Jacksonville. Well, Jacksonville might be the cream of the crop right now, but those other two are fading fast. Mike Vrabel, I wouldn't be surprised he got fired next year. You know, so it's going to be a chance for him to win. And as far as Sean Payton goes, his first order of business be either walk into the Denver Broncos facilities and dismantle whatever they had that stood for Russell Wilson's office.
No.
Dismantle. They say, hey, we don't have any offices here as a player. No, sir.
They need to be the new exercise room or something.
Yeah, turn into something other than the office, and get his mind back right. Because I'm sure he's been a little fractured by the season. And if you can get his mind right, Russell Wilson's still a good quarterback, or he still can be. So you got to get his mental state right. Because your defense, you ain't got to worry about it. So, but your offense, you got to get some ballers in there. You got some decent players. So you got to get Russell Wilson to earn their trust back because some of them wanted to stuff him in a locker during the season. So now, here's your chance. Sean Payton, the quarterback whisperer, or whatever they call you. We'll see what happens. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Wait a minute. Let me go back. He's here. He's
What's
here.
up?
I'm gonna pull it. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is. He's here for the nation to look at. He's the Rev, ladies and gentlemen. The Rev is here.
What's good, everybody?
Rev, the clear Rev, not the ghost Rev we saw about 10 minutes ago.
I am in the building. Glad to be back. Missed y'all last week. I had to attend to some church activities, and then I'm late this week because I had a Very important meeting. Got to always meet with the deacons. You know how that is. If you know anything about the Baptist church, you make sure that you go with the deacons, so you don't have no issues. So,
They're trying to find out Red's Super Bowl pick immediately. They're like, Red, we need a Super Bowl pick now, an important meeting.
As I had to let some of them know, before I came to Pennsylvania, I rocked with Patrick Mahomes. And because I am still down with Patrick Mahomes, I won't be wearing any green anytime soon.
Ooh, boy, it's going to be a ghost town in that church this week, real.
Long as you get going out the door and deliver a blind lick, so you'll go for my Eagles and you're going to like it. As long as they don't catch you with one.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's a matter of fact, man, I had talked to Coach about, flirting with the idea. If I had the money, I'd fly all y'all up here so y'all could do a show here in Coatesville. And I may talk to y'all about allowing me to do a just separate show with them, just to generate how they're feeling, because this is Eagles land around here. Next Sunday, we're going to be having Jersey Sunday, and it will be bleeding green in the sanctuary on Sunday, rest assured. So
that might be, you might need to go on live just to, I mean, you could tie it into the show. Just be one of your little special episodes. I mean, at least go around, because I would love to see that, to see some of the parishioners in your church, what they feel about the Eagles. Because if you think about it, real, since you've been up there, man, I don't know if they're gonna give you credit for this, but since you've been in Philly land, let's think about it. The Phillies have been in the World Series. The Eagles, they in the Super Bowl they probably their best year in a while. And the Sixers, man, don't tell them where they can be this year. Ram, you just bring a championship spirit to Philly town, man. I mean, they like, Ram, you ain't been, they good luck charm up there, man, because it's like Philly sports have been on the rise since you've been in town, man. Because you got to go to the games. Look at all the games you have to attend. Rev got to make an appearance at the games that they winning like this. It's like, man.
So it's interesting that you said that, Red, because I made mention about how when I was in Atlanta, the Braves won the World Series. And then I come to Pennsylvania, and then the Phillies go to the World Series. And I said, if I knew that the Phillies would be going to the World Series at my expense and my rooting for the Braves, I would have stayed in Atlanta. Because I didn't come to give the Phillies any good cheer. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, the Sixers are doing their thing. They're NBA contending, and you got the Eagles going to the Super Bowl. So I joked with them from the pulpit, and I said, I guess I did have to bring my championship DNA to get the teams in the right order. Because, I came with Georgia hadn't won the championship, and then the Braves had won the championship. So I guess my spirit of championship has resonated in the Pennsylvania area. But I don't want them to win the Super Bowl because I'm still with my man Patrick Mahomes.
And Ram,
it's gonna be a good game. Mm-hmm.
How are the Coatesville Lady Knights doing? I just gave them a last name, Lady Knights.
They're doing all right. They're doing all right.
What's that, the high school team?
I don't know what coach is specifically referred to. I think he meant codes. So
okay. Sorry.
I'm talking about the high school team there.
Oh, the high school team. The team is actually, the boys team doing all right. I must admit I have not gone to a girls game yet because I'm still in and out of Atlanta quite a bit. But the boys team's pretty good. I think they're like tied for first in the league that they call the Chestmont League, which would be the equivalent of what we call region play in Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to the boys game at 3:00. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Let's see what the nation said. Joe Black said Burrow ain't going to save no money for that defensive player who knocked Pat Mahomes out of bounds. He didn't mean to do it.
Not him. He gonna save something for Jamar Chase though.
All right. I think it's big and it's smart that Ryan's got 6 years They give him at least 3 years to rebuild. Yeah, the Texans got to give him some. Vincent says Sean will be Russell's last chance before we really start looking at him sideways. I don't think Sean takes that position unless he knew that he could help the Super Bowl winning quarterback.
If he got anything left, we'll find out.
Well, he signed up to be second place.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Ain't that right, Armani? Ain't that right, Armani?
Huh?
Who still runs the AFC West, Armani? Tell us. Who still runs the AFC West?
Uh-oh.
Holla at the good Reverend. Holla at the good Reverend. He tried to tell you at the beginning of the season. Who still runs the AFC West, Armani?
You're not even a fan.
I'm a fan of Mahomes. I'm a fan of Mahomes. And I had to sit there and listen to you waste my time, waste my eyes to sit there and tell me that my boy, Magic Mahomes, was going to be dethroned by Sierra's little husband.
Magic Mahomes? Where that come from? You making up names? Magic Mahomes?
They actually got shirts with Magic Mahomes.
I like that though. That's the first time I heard it.
That's his boy.
I can't say I coined that phrase. I can't say because they got T-shirts made and everything. And I tried to tell my little friend in Virginia it wasn't gonna happen, but he tried to waste my time. And Red, you were co-signing a little bit. You were co-signing a
little bit.
You were co-signing on that foolishness. And I tried to tell my friend Armani that it wasn't going to happen. But I will say in his defense, he did say, "Forgive me, Rev, for I have sinned."
I can't. Well, even with Sean Payton, I think Russell Wilson is just going down that road in his career. It's about that time. So,
man, you know, up on your.
All right, you can have a little confidence now. You can't let Rev defeat you like that.
Because y'all ain't. I seen him play. You know, like I seen him play. I'm just like,
you know what, Rev? I ain't gonna let our money go out like that. All right, tell Rev that it's a new sheriff in town. That Sean Payton is gonna fix your boy. Tell him.
The whole song, Sean Payton need to do something. Make sure he ain't got no office in the building no more.
He can't say that when the sheriff about to play next week.
Oh, dog. Oh, man.
He can't say that when the
sheriff. Alrighty, you should have never rolled Russell like you did.
The sheriff gonna lose next week too.
That's what you say. That he was supposed to lose against Joe Burrow. That's what everybody else said, but he's playing. He's playing, and
I knew the Chiefs was gonna win that.
Look what Thomas said. Thomas asked the question: can somebody answer why Eric the enemy is not getting the job?
Oh my God!
I guess it just comes down to I was listening to Sports Talk Radio, and I did not realize he has been interviewed by almost half of the league.
50?
Yeah.
Half of the league. So obviously there has to be some people skill problems.
I think so too. Like you said that last year, Rev, you said that last year. He's not a people's person. He's not he don't have that
charisma. He doesn't have the charisma. And I think, because Andy Reid is a veteran coach, it works well in that environment. But if you try to let him be the head of his own team, I think that thing will crumble because there's a certain level of charisma that you have to have, a certain level of being able to talk with the various individuals on your team and knowing who to talk to, when to talk to them, how to talk to them, and things of that nature. There's a lot of finessing that has to come with being a head coach. And I think when it comes to Bieniemy, it's no longer about his color, in my opinion. It's more so about the skills that he may lack as a head coach. And let me just make this analogy. I might have done it last year. Everybody is not built to be a head coach like everybody in ministry in the church not built to be a pastor. Like there's some people that were just built in the church in ministry to be in the second chair. And that's not just built to be an associate minister. Because they don't have what it takes to pastor a congregation. I think that's the same thing as a football coach. there are people who are good coordinators.
Dan Quinn.
But they are not really called to be a head coach because you got to manage the entire team, all facets of the team, and they just may be good in a specialized area. And that's not a bad thing, but it seems like the enemy, having interviewed 15 times, he still thinks he's a head coach, and I don't know if he'll ever be a head coach because, we already know that the NFL is dominated by the majority culture. And they have justification now. If 15 teams haven't chosen you, then you can't really call me about race.
Well,
Right.
you should have coded it pretty good. Just go and say what it is. When they ask him certain questions, he pronounced shrimp. He said scrimp. And when he said strawberry, he said strawberry. Come on now, you just call it what it is. The vocal skills are not there. They don't need to try to hide it.
Yeah.
Because I think, honestly, he has a more impressive resume than D'Amico Ryans, and D'Amico Ryans got a job before him.
Well, the thing that works against him is the greatness of Patrick Mahomes, and Mahomes' greatness is tied to Andy Reid.
Yeah.
That's what's working against him.
Yeah, because there have been times where he done run to the sideline, went right by the enemy, and went straight to Andy Reid. And it's like, that's the.
And you gotta think about it too. Like they was the enemy and Mahomes, they'll get into it a few times. I done seen that.
Yeah,
they done had screaming matches at each other.
And the confusing thing is, even when they show the sidelines when the Chiefs are on offense, it's like you see Andy's talking, and then you may see the enemy talking. So you don't really know, like, if he's calling the plays or not.
Yeah.
You see Andy talking to Patrick. You see Benjamin talking to himself. You be wondering, who is Aaron talking to? Because Patrick, like Coach said, Patrick will run to the sideline, don't acknowledge Aaron at all. You see Andy with his big flat Waffle House play calling sheet in the air, and he's like, and Aaron just be going through the motions on the sideline.
What it is, Red, the enemy be getting the order for after the game while Andy Reid calling the game. That's all it is. Just call it what it is. He's coordinating. He's the offensive coordinator. He know where to go. And he has where you going after the game.
But then Doug Peterson called plays under Andy Reid too, right?
Yeah,
I believe so.
That's what the word is.
But real, like Real was saying though, I think this is in all facets of life when it comes to the person that can lead the group, or the person that can support the leader, and then sometimes it's the person that can just support. Period. I mean, you had a charismatic leader. You have the next in command. Some people, like Rand said, some people really are just built to be the next in command. Some people really are built to sit behind the scenes and support the leader. Like, look at the Sopranos. Could you imagine Silvio sitting in Tony Soprano's seat? No way Silvio could have ran that crew. He was good behind the scenes, helping Tony strategize, but running the crew, no way. Or even take the wire with the Avon and Stringer Bell dynamic. Yeah, you had Avon stood out as the charismatic leader. Stringer Bell was the one behind the scenes, second in command, strategizing, not sitting at the top seat. So the top seat is built for the person with the most people skills. The top seat is built for the person who's charismatic, who has a charismatic personality to reach a lot of different people with a lot of different personalities. All people that can run the show, that can help lead things or run situations, they're not good with people. They don't have the best people skills. They can't deal with a lot of different personalities from a lot of different situations and a lot of different cultures. That's why you have to have a top dog. And the top dog has to be the most charismatic personality in the whole circle, or it's not going to work.
Yeah, and then Winston made a good point. I think that he does need to kind of get away from – he needs to get away from an offensive-minded head coach and go to like someone like a defensive-minded head coach like D'Amico Ryans, to where he can call his own plays, because D'Amico Ryans don't call plays on offense. He needs to go somewhere where he can really showcase okay, this is my offense. I'm doing this. Ain't nobody else touching the offense but me.
Yeah, and that's what actually somebody said on one of the major sports shows that there's going to be speculation that after the Super Bowl, Bieniemy is going to leave for that very reason to show that he can prove himself in another team, because like he's getting hammered because everybody knows Andy Reid is an offensive guru. Everybody knows that Andy Reid handpicked Patrick Mahomes. His development has taken place more so. Mahomes' development has taken place because of the hand of Andy Reid. So as long as he stays in KC, he's never going to get any credit for the offense.
Yeah. He's in the shadow.
Play. Yeah. That's a good way of putting it. Yeah.
And Andy Reid trusts him anymore. Andy Reid wanted the All-Star. He got me 2 egg breakfasts. I don't understand that. you can't mess that up as an OC. Come on. But let me see. Oh, here we go again. This is a daily reference.
Oda B. McDowell.
Thomas keep talking about Oda B. McDowell brought in as the Broncos quarterback. Oh, Lord. Oda B. McDowell again. Russell, you're on notice, bro. In his defense, your running back need to learn how to take care of the football. Yeah, they had an extraordinary amount of fumbles this year. I guess they'll find some good running backs somewhere.
I mean, Russell ain't no better. I mean, I don't know what's going on with him in the center. I've seen a lot of fumbles where he just, he's in the shotgun, the ball coming, and he just, boop. I'm just like, what is going on?
Now, Joe Black, I agree. I told you a few months ago that Jeff Saturday was going to be a placeholder. Now he's Jim Irsay's favorite. I'm stunned at this one. Jeff Saturday did hardly nothing to perpetuate winning at the Colts, and yet he's being considered a favorite to coach. Yeah, this is baffling. I did say it, and I need to apologize because this is baffling to me that they would even consider Jeff Saturday.
I think Irsay is just trying to prove a point. But it's a terrible point because it's going to perpetuate a racial divide. How in the world can Jeff Saturday be justified getting a job where the team did terribly, and then you got Steve Wilkes, who made Carolina Panthers a real contender to win the NFC South, and he can't keep a job where he did well, way more with the interim tag than Jeff Saturday did with the Colts? Something is terribly wrong about that. And that will cause a lot of issues if by chance Saturday gets that job. And it's going to cause a lot of issues with past NFL players, particularly of the black persuasion. You're not going to be able to persuade them to say you got to go through the chain in order to become a head coach. And Jeff Saturday can come out the studio and get a job and get multiple years behind the job.
Yeah. Joe Black said, rise, the sports rev is here. So we should be rising up.
Rise up.
Sounds like a new offering is in the collection plate.
we might put the Red and Red Sports Show Fund.
How far are you? Where you in Coatesville, Pennsylvania, right?
Yeah, about 50 minutes from Philly.
Yeah, Red, Joe Black predicting you're gonna be wearing a Jalen Hurts jersey.
The devil is a Hurts lie.
Red, to further my suggestion to your church, move first Sunday the next week, serve chicken nuggets as the bread, all baptism in eagle green robes or red yellow robes for the Chiefs fans. Lord, Vincent got you may need to get him as a deacon. I don't know because
might get him as our program coordinator.
Let's see. Joe Black. Well, Doc is gonna mess up in June.
Talking about the Sixers.
Hey man, watch your mouth.
Oh Lord. Jerome Case is here. Good afternoon, Red.
What up, Jerome?
You got to speak to me. I don't care, dude. You want to think I'm somebody?
I didn't even realize that until Coach pointed.
No.
I didn't even realize it. Yeah.
I didn't realize.
Hey, Real. It was must-see TV last week with those two.
I heard.
You don't know. I'll be petty all day and blank every conversation he got out.
Armani needs to say that with conviction. Don't do it. Talk
Have,
about
have
Russell.
you all? Uh-oh.
Nah, I can't.
All
Russell Wilson.
the shirt, Miss Harris said, God first, family second, Eagles third. Fly Eagles
Uh-oh.
or Eagles soar. Woo.
Oh, we got some rivalry in the house. Uh-oh.
Well, let's be real. She doesn't love the Eagles. She loves the fact that they have a black quarterback. That's
Okay.
the minute the white boy is behind us. She won't be talking about no fly Eagles fly. I'm just
Oh,
telling
you mean a fully black court? Well, I mean,
That's
Wait.
nah, but that it was funny, man, because I don't know if y'all saw that Mahomes, his wife, and then his daughter, and they said Mahomes is raising a black woman, and I mean his daughter is very much, she looks very much white more so than black. That was like a shot at Mahomes, something like that. But Mahomes is black. His daddy's black now.
Oh yeah, his daddy black for real.
Yeah, yeah.
His
Well,
daddy
you
black.
talking about smoking that cigar? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he black.
And did you hear Brittany yelling in the background like that? Like that? She is so, boy, I tell you, she ain't. Well, she is straight trailer park. If it ain't nothing, she latched on.
Oh, somebody child trail.
She latched on to a good one in my homes, boy. Cause I'm trying to figure out where he found her from. Like that, like that, pop, like that. I'm like, what in the Brittany? Calm down, Lord. These women need to take more out of Savannah James page, man. Less is more. I tell you, Brittany Mahomes, boy, she is really out there. And she becoming one of my favorites to hear, boy. But she is wild, and I'm not the only one that think it.
Rev, like you said, Rev, everyone is not but to be huh? Everyone
is not built. He's trying to say built to be a head coach.
But I forgot he can't spell. Moving on. And some of the best quarterbacks understand their role and they thrive in their assignment. All right. Preach, Rev, no pun intended. Head coaches are delegators, motivators, and forward-thinking leaders. If you're a great coordinator, stay in your lane and be that.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Eric Bieniemy ordering door for coach. Donnie Rosser said, good afternoon. Good afternoon, bro. Ross. Still had to watch that safe at the bada bing. That was also as consigliere. He's an advisor. His job was to speak reason to Tony. You're right. He may be a great leader for the group out of Jersey. All right. Uh-oh.
Not much now. Oh, no.
They understand him. He needs to come to the sideline and get clarification from Andy Reuben Sandwich Reed.
Amar, you don't know who much about this, do you?
Nah, who's that?
Fat Albert.
Okay.
That's when everybody loved Bill Cosby.
Okay, yeah. I got you.
You're right, real. Okay, that show wouldn't even get a green lit there.
Yep. He was the one that went, I be fine.
Yeah. Okay.
That was the one with the beanie, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Joseph Black, Eric Bieniemy needs to consider that Baltimore job.
Mm.
The Georgia OC gonna get that job. Watch.
Yeah,
that's what you hoping for?
No, they interviewed him twice. I said, dang.
You want that train? You want that train out of Georgia, don't you?
It don't matter.
It matters. That's why you brought it up.
If they said Kirby Smart, I would have been like, yeah, but Kirby finds somebody else. That don't change.
No, that offense. I mean, Monken is the right guy for what they try to do, man.
Yeah, he is creative. But
especially while Bowers there.
Stay in Georgia, Todd Monken. Stay in Georgia.
No doubt about it. Get that 3P.
Yeah, hang out. No, I ain't say that.
it ain't gonna happen.
Eric is going to Colorado with Coach Prime. No,
bro. I don't think Coach Prime want him.
Yeah, I don't think him and Coach Prime's personalities, they be fighting. That ain't gonna work. They'll be fighting.
You'll hear too much of the dude from Harlem Nights when he's talking to him. Ready? Yeah, ready.
Yeah, ready.
This is alma mater. He said, hook it up, Rev.
He'll hook it up. All right.
Jerome, you know the routine. Pick up that dictionary on your way to your and continue to ignore and shade Coach.
Oh, that's stupid.
He said he whip you, Mama Harris, about the thing that's going on. Uh-oh.
With the ethnic shade.
I just all I said was nothing. I'm gonna let it go.
Man.
I'm gonna let it go.
Go ahead. Keep on going, man.
Mahomes' daddy is more than black. That ninja hanging down at the pool hall black.
For real.
He black.
He buy Jordans before paying you your bills black.
Oh, man, that's funny.
He is really though. I'm like Patrick Mahomes' dad is one of those guys that you'll see at the liquor store. Hey, how you doing, nephew? You know what I'm saying? You doing all right, nephew?
He was the blackest dude in that press box last week. I thought he was in the wrong press box. I was like, what are you doing up there with all those folks that look like me?
Coach, Coach, you gotta get that man his due, Coach. Come on now. You skip.
He talking red and rev. I'm not gonna fire back at a man and talk like he chewing on corn all day. You spell corn right. Kudos.
Oh my God, Jerome, you crazy, man. Jerome is wild.
Yeah, we might need to do a show where Jerome and coaches is going right.
So Jerome need to be. Jerome, we gotta bring him on the show, man. Jerome, we waiting for your guest appearance on the show.
Like a one-legged man in a butt kicking contest. He ain't got.
That was kind of funny though, Coach. You talk like you chewing corn.
He'd be trying to write down all the words and trying to spell them at the same time. No, because I can't do that.
Oh
man. Joe Black, he's not getting it. He's a coordinator. Leave him be. Meanwhile, I have Brittany Griner aiding in negotiations to get you. Here we go.
That's funny.
They also interviewed Seattle's quarterback coach twice. That's what Joe Black said. Yeah, they did.
He said Mahomes' daddy used to work.
Mahomes' daddy used to work young blood.
Yeah, how you doing, young blood? How you doing?
You look at young blood. Yeah, that sounds like him.
Oh man.
Right, we gonna get to the crazy one, Kyrie, because I forgot about halftime. We got to roll with halftime right now, and we
only did one topic.
To the crazy one, Kyrie. After right now, we're gonna go to halftime on the Red and Red show.
Yeah, because I need something else to drink. So
all right.
Oh, what you doing, bro?
Where the music at?
Thank you. Our soundtrack is returned.
we are back with the Red Rail Sports Show. Right? Over the last couple of days, we had a young man who decided, hey, I'm gonna put all my cards on the table and say, I'm gonna force their hand. Young Kyrie Irving. Kyrie has made a very interesting statement. Either y'all trade me before the February 9th deadline, or I'll just wait till after the season. I'll leave altogether, and you will get nothing. Zero. Nada. Now, starting with you, Armatis. I'm gonna go down here. What is your opinion on the crazy one and his statement, the flat earther?
He ain't the crazy one. Honestly, I knew when him, Harden, and Kevin Durant teamed up, I said it ain't gonna work. I knew that from the get-go. I said they're not winning no championship. They're not winning no championship. Kevin Durant, no leadership skills. Kyrie, no leadership skills. Harden, no leadership skills. Nobody on that team has a sense of how to be a leader. Now you want out, Kyrie. Okay, that's fine. Where you going, sir? You want to go to the Lakers and back to Daddy Bron? You want to go to? I mean, you could come to Philly. You know, we could use you. But we'll have to give up heaven and earth. I mean, I don't see any other destination him going besides the Lakers. I don't see anywhere else he could go that will tolerate him and, you know, his crazy antics. At least if he goes back to Daddy Bron, he's going to be like, all right, Kyrie, we're going to do this for the second time. It worked the first time, but this second time, listen, be quiet. It's my team. We here to win. Shut up. Don't make no crazy antics. Be quiet. It's that time of the season where it's about to start revving up. We got to start playing catch up. Right now, we're the 12th seed or the 11th seed, something like that, right? 12th seed. It's time to start getting back into that top 6, top 5 conversation. We got to start winning games. So, I honestly, in my heart of hearts, Kyrie is going to be a Laker before February 9th. That's just my heart of heart. Just saying.
Red.
Oh, sorry. I popped open the soda that wasn't ready to be open. Anyway, speaking of what Armani said, I like your heart of hearts, man. Your heart of hearts seems to be real beneficial for my team. Let me start from the beginning, though. What I think about this Kyrie situation, completely not surprised. Like Armani said, me, you, and Real, we all said what was going to happen when these clowns hooked up 3 or 4 years ago, that it wasn't going to work. Piggybacking off our money, he's absolutely right. No leadership skills from anybody. Not even a freaking coach that you hired, no leadership skills from. You forgot Steve Nash. No leadership skills. Well, some leadership skills, but not for that bunch. Not for those guys. Not for those personalities. But not surprised. Like I say, every year is just more and more drama from Kyrie. Every year is a different type of soap opera. I swear, every year it seems like he won out or asking out. So I'm not surprised with this. I mean, it looked like he was playing good. I thought maybe he would last the rest of the season before he brought up more drama. No, he decided to bring it up right before trading deadline. I mean, as far as the timing go, I mean, it might be the best timing. I mean, what, 2 or 3 days for trading deadline? You know, teams out there that are thinking about making moves. But the thing is, who was out there to make a move with? Now, Kyrie puts himself on the trading block. Okay, well, there's a guy out there you could possibly make a move for. I mean, if you're a team that has the space, has the pieces to move, if you need that one piece to put you over the hump to make a run, it's a few teams that could use them. I mean, the Lakers, the Mavs. I mean, there's a few teams that can use Kyrie. I'm not going to say no teams. A year ago this time, there might be a few teams hesitant to make a move on him because they wasn't quite sure where his mindset was, wasn't quite sure how his durability was, how would he bounce back. He bounced back quite well. Dude's having a phenomenal season. So adding him right now to the team would be beneficial. Now, as far as the long-term move, as far as long-term contract, if adding him means you got to pay him long-term, well, I'm not sure where the Lakers or the Mavs or any of those teams stand as far as giving him a long-term deal. But if you're trying to add him to make a move for these playoffs in the next coming months, I most definitely will add him. Are you crazy? You know how close together the West still is right now? I mean, from 10th seed to 3 or 4 seed is like, what, 3 or 4 games? Any team could get hot right now after the All-Star break and make a rise in the West. So adding Kyrie, that will hurt your chances. So as far as them going to the Lakers, man, all I can say, Armani, is these next few days are going to be really interesting. That's all I can say. I don't know what's going to happen. I know what I want to happen. I know what you want to happen. I know what I think should happen. All I'm going to do, I'm going to sit back and wait because, like I say, I know LeBron. You saw LeBron's tweet, so we know what he wants to happen. So we'll see. All I can say is we'll see.
Rev?
It's clear that Kyrie did not want to bet on himself. If he was smart, he would have kept his comment to himself even after he and the Nets could not agree to an extension. I think the Nets wanted to put in all these stipulations and also not give him max money. So this is why he decided to make his move in chess and say, I want to trade. I think if he were willing to bet on himself, he would have done well not trying to request a trade, just play this season out, and then he would have looked better to other teams, and he would have had more persons coming after him in free agency. But now he fed into the stereotype that's already been put on him, and that is he's not a team player. He's a cancer. And requesting a trade after already doing the vaccination thing that he didn't want to do and already talking about Jews in New York, that's the wrong place to talk about Jews or support what some may say is an anti-Semitic film. That is not all going in his favor. He would have done himself well if he just said, you know what, don't give me the contract. I'm going to bet on myself. And then, I'll have more suitors coming after me during free agency. Now, really, what he's done is he's placed his fate in Kevin Durant's hands. Because I don't think he gets traded to the Lakers unless Kevin Durant comes back and says, I want to be traded. Because Kevin Durant is not leaping for joy trying to go into the playoffs playing with Russell Westbrook again.
No, right.
And,
right.
If he didn't want to play with Russ when Russ was in his prime, why would he want to now play with Russ when Russ is starting to be on the back nine of his career? So we know that in order for the Lakers and the Nets to make this trade, at least to, the two teams, it's going to take Russell Westbrook. Now, like Red just put up the fingers and I was about to get to, they're going to have to look for a third team.
Yep.
And I heard, the speculation that the third team might be the Chicago Bulls, where they may include Zach LaVine. And then Zach LaVine could either go to the Nets or Zach LaVine may go to the Lakers, something like that.
Oh, I want Kyrie.
But I think Kevin Durant is going to determine the fate of Kyrie. And the Nets have already shown that they're not going to be bullied because KD tried to bully them. And they said, we're not trading you. Kyrie, he may feel like he has all of the leverage on his side, but after February 9th, and if he doesn't get traded,
he ain't no leverage.
Leverage is really on the Nets because he got to play up to his ability on the playoff run, or he doesn't get paid. He'll get like a 1 or 2 year contract. So after February 9th, he has no leverage. So it's a dicey situation. Definitely LeBron would love to get Kyrie because that's the best option. I think you can't trust, and I'm not trying to throw shade on your boy, Coach, but you can't have Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, and that's who Russ is right now. Russ can have a great game, but in the playoffs, You got to have consistency and efficiency, and you can't get like a 2 for 16 game like Russ had the other day. And then also it hurts that he doesn't shoot well. If he shot the 3-pointer with consistency, they wouldn't even be trying to trade him. But they got to get shooters to go with LeBron and AD and Kyrie. You know, he would be instant fit if he got to play with the Lakers. And LeBron has been the only person that can really, you know, somewhat put him in his place. And I think he has more respect for LeBron after leaving Cleveland than he did when he was in Cleveland.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you a quick question, Rev. Now, if that trade went down, one, does Durant stay with the Nets? Does he decide to stay with the Nets, or does he walk as well?
Well, he can't walk because he just signed an extension. That's the problem with KD. He signed that 4-year extension. So they still got him on the hook for like 3 more years. So again, the Nets have all the leverage. What is KD going to do? Just retire and not get this money? So, you know, he can request a trade, but then, you know, the Nets could say, well, we'll just keep him around and build around him. You know?
And I look at what you said, and it holds true, where this came out of nowhere with the Kyrie thing, but you got maybe 3 or 4 teams that could say, hey, let's try to work something out, as opposed to him ending his season and saying, okay, I'm not coming back. You'll have every team in the league trying to do something to get him.
I don't know, because word on the street is out. You know, I drove from Atlanta. I was actually in Atlanta this past week again. I drove from Atlanta to Pennsylvania yesterday, and I was listening to a lot of sports talk radio, and there's not much of a market for Kyrie.
Yeah,
They
maybe
said,
2 or 3 teams.
They said really, the only market is Lakers. That's what.
Are they looking at his? What's the word I'm looking for? Non-committal attitude. I mean, he's a great mercurial basketball player, but I always call him 2 words. Kyrie is a talented idiot.
Well, and that's part of the problem. And that's why the Nets did not want to give him leverage. Leverage for Kyrie is an extension. And therefore, they're afraid that Kyrie will become Kyrie again once you give him years. Right now, he's kind of had to play it safe because he doesn't have years. He's fighting for another contract. He already lost a lot of money not being vaccinated. Then he lost some money this year being suspended because of the anti-Semitic agreement that they said he was agreeing with that movie or whatever it was. So he's lost a lot of money. So now he's in reclaim mode. And the reason why he's requesting a trade is because he wants the money that he lost. But right now, the Nets don't have any incentive because they're saying, look, we've seen you not get vaccinated. You cost us. We've seen you open up your mouth. That cost us. We've seen you even get hurt. And it's cost us. Because remember, the year that they traded for Harden, they had Harden and KD, but Kyrie twisted his ankle. And Kyrie has injury history. So they're like, we want to play this thing on out, see how well we advance in the playoffs, and then we'll come back to the table. But Kyrie has messed himself up now because the only way he will repair his image is if the Nets make a long run in the playoffs. Anything less than getting to like the Eastern Conference Championship, he is looking at a 1 to 2 year deal at best.
Yeah,
hey, I'll take that for my Lakers.
I mean,
I don't want my Lakers to be tied up to them, past that time anyway. How long LeBron gonna be there? Maybe 1 or 2 years? 1 or 2 year deal. That's perfect for Kyrie.
I think that Kyrie has him and Westbrook kind of got the Allen Iverson syndrome as far as selfishness to me. And AI is my favorite player of all time, but they have the me first, everybody second attitude. And You know, the only person that I can see putting up with his shenanigans is LeBron, because LeBron gonna be like, again, look, you come here, we here to win. I don't care about nothing else. Whatever you do in your personal time, that's on you. Don't come here making no saying no crazy stuff. We here to win. That is it. I'm trying to get ring number 5 and possibly ring number 6 before I retire. So I mean, you really got to only really 2-3 places he can go. I mean, honestly, and they have to have a strong leader there. He can go to Lakers, maybe Milwaukee, and no, not Milwaukee. Okay,
Drew Holiday.
Oh yeah, Drew. Oh, I thought Drew Holiday. I forgot
Drew Holiday. You added cheese to the mix already. Milwaukee not in the mix.
I thought Drew Holiday was gone, but okay.
There's only one team that he can go to.
Okay, then yeah, it's only one
Mavs. Maybe the Mavs.
He would not do well at the Mavs because he and Luka would not get along.
Both ball
Luka is a diva.
How do you feel about the Pelicans for C.J. McCollum?
The Pelicans would have to get more.
Yeah.
See, you can't trade C.J. McCollum and Kyrie straight up. They will have to get more to get Kyrie.
They'll have to give up McCullough and probably Ingram.
Yeah, to make that fair.
Yes, if the Lakers can make it work, because I mean, y'all, LeBron is he's doing good, but he's at the end. He's at the middle to the end of his career.
So that's why, to be honest, LeBron needs Kyrie just as much as Kyrie needs LeBron, because LeBron is looking for the best fix to fix up the Lakers to be a championship contender.
Right now.
Because of the salary ramifications, that's why Kyrie, he's like jumping for joy to try to get Kyrie. Because if he's trying to compete for a championship now, that's really the only piece that he can add, that the Lakers can add, that could give them a viable chance to be a contender. Now, the problem is Kyrie, once he gets there, if he gets traded to the Lakers, may not have the same respect for LeBron, because LeBron is no longer the force that he was when he was in Cleveland.
He's good enough now.
No, I'm not saying he's not, but we know LeBron cannot carry a team like he used to.
No, it's going to take. It's going to take more effort from Kyrie.
He doesn't have the effort to carry that kind of team.
Kyrie balling the way he balling now, with LeBron the way he playing now, add AD, a healthy AD the way he playing. Give me Dennis Schroeder off the bench, because he probably gonna have to be 6th man now that Russell's gone. Give me some of those. I like Troy Brown Jr. He's been coming around lately. We need Austin Reeves back. Like I say, I like Winston Gabriel, Graham. Gabriel been bought.
Stop right there, Brad, because you're proving my point. My point is LeBron is no longer the force that he once was, because you just mentioned 10 names of people who need to be gelling in order for the Lakers to be the Lakers. LeBron could just use a 5 back in the day. That's my point.
Yeah, all right. We need our help now.
Exactly. Like when LeBron was playing for Cleveland and Miami, he could carry a team and didn't need everybody else to be on all cylinders. So therefore, that's what caused him. That's what Kyrie respected once he left, that LeBron could run this train with him or without him. He took a bunch of bums after Kyrie left to the championship, but now LeBron is more dependent upon Kyrie than ever before, because he needs Kyrie to be the force that Kyrie can be, because he can no longer dominate a game for 4 quarters. Can he dominate a quarter? Yes. But can he dominate an entire game like he used to and do it for an entire playoff run? No.
That's why I like him to say that quarter to the fourth quarter. I hate for him to get going early. That's why I say Ham. See, that's why I say the Lakers need a good coach because Ham has got to recognize these things that you do, Rev. You got to recognize that you want LeBron to be at his best fourth quarter. So you got to space him out during the game. You can't use him too much during. That's why you need the help to show up more during the game. Now, if we close, yeah, LeBron can carry us through the fourth quarter, but that's he only can carry us one quarter. He can't carry us first quarter, second quarter, third quarter. That's why we need the help. We need AD. We need Russ. We need the young boys. They got to be gelling during the first three quarters because if it's close, yeah, LeBron can give up enough energy and go through that hole for a last minute layup if we need it, or he needs that fourth quarter energy.
Yep.
And that's why I hate it when he's using so much energy during the whole game and he wore out in the fourth quarter. That's why it's kind of like '09 when Kobe just put the whole team on his back and just zoomed through the Magic. But boy, that 2010 season, boy, he needed everybody to help him get through the Celtics. I mean, Artest, Gasol, Fisher. Yeah, Kobe was on his last legs during that 2010 season, but he need no help, Armani. No help with Orlando in '09. I mean, he put them boys on his lap and just spanked them like they stole something from him, man. Solo, by himself, 2009 Armani.
Oh, yeah, he won by himself. Oh, yeah. Never mind.
Never
mind, Never mind, Andrew Bynum.
Don't give me those Bynum. Sorry, he carried those guys. He had to pump those guys up every night for them to show up. Why do you think they called Gasol White Swan and Kobe was the Black Swan? He had to inspire them every night.
That's it.
We're not gonna talk about Kobe.
Yeah, we ain't gonna go into that. Okay.
Hey, I'm representing. Wearing his jersey. We gotta talk about him some now.
For what? He ain't about to bring
I know this is LeBron week. I know he's about to break the little record. Okay, you got to have it. He ain't done it yet. Look, y'all got the whole week to slurp LeBron, okay? Which y'all gonna be doing all week long. So can we have a few moments for my boy, please? Okay, I'm just trying to remember so we don't forget my boy. All right.
But that's the thing. See, ain't nobody gonna forget LeBron James.
Nobody gonna forget Kobe. Not in Laker Nation, baby. When LeBron had to run to the play.
I'm talking about everybody.
Everybody.
Ain't nobody gonna forget LeBron James.
Ain't nobody gonna forget Kobe neither.
He won't be in the same sentence with LeBron. Come on, man.
That's because LeBron got the scoring record. Of course not.
And LeBron was just did more with less. Can we say he was never robbing on a championship either? I mean,
everybody can have prime Shaq now. Everybody can have prime Shaq.
Is that Kobe fault? He got the great Lakers wanted more greatness to their team, so they say, look, that kid from Philadelphia, that boy is gonna be great.
He won MVP 3 years. I mean,
and Finals MVP all 3 years.
Of course, you gonna get a big guy to MVP, of course. You see how big Shaq was in those days? I swear, he was using the same steroids that Barry Bonds was using. He was so big, that Balco cream. Oh my God, he was so big. But Kobe appreciated it though, because that allowed Kobe to hone his craft and made him the dominant force.
And this is why we have a problem with this. Because LeBron came in the league with his craft honed.
He was everybody talking about he came in.
Look how big he is.
He came in the league averaging 20. He gonna go out the league averaging 20. He didn't sit on the bench for 2 and 3 years averaging 5.8.
1 year he sat on the bench. He was an all-star starter in second year.
No. Kobe was on the bench a good 2 years because they still had Eddie Jones when Kobe Bryant was drafted. I know that. Eddie Jones was the starting 2 guard when Kobe Bryant was drafted.
I don't know.
That's why I keep saying, Red, we're gonna leave Kobe. We're gonna let Kobe rest in peace. Stop waking him up for discussions, okay? Because the reality is, from year 1 to year 20, LeBron's greatness surpasses Kobe's. I mean, he's running laps around Kobe.
It's not even close.
It's not even close.
It's not
I
even
don't know
close.
about laps now.
It's not
Laps.
even close.
Miles.
LeBron got 4 championships. Where
He might be jogging.
I mean, LeBron never missed the playoffs in his prime or got knocked out in the first round of playoffs in his prime. Kobe did it twice.
Jordan did it.
Well, yeah, playing with scrubs like Smush Parker. Lord have mercy.
LeBron played with scrubs like Boogie Gibson, Delonte West, Antoine Jameson,
Daniel Gibson.
LeBron is a nice guy, okay? Kobe ain't got time to be babysitting these dang on scrubs.
He's a gifted player. He took another group of scrubs after
He a babysitter.
and Pat went to the. So I mean, come on, man, Brad. I know you love Kobe, but please leave Kobe out of GOAT conversations, please.
I can leave him out. He is one of the greats now. He ain't the
greatest of all time. He's
not top 5.
He is not on that.
He ain't top 5 now. No,
he is not.
He could be top 5 if he had Shaq and like I said.
LeBron at worst number 3. LeBron is at worst number 3 all time. At worst.
Oh no. We'll discuss his ranking later.
Man, you can't name.
He's top 5. I'll give you that.
You can't name 2 other ball players that surpass LeBron's greatness. Come on, man.
You can't.
How can you?
I know where you're going. I know where you're going.
This is how.
I'm going the same too. I bet me and Coach gonna say the same too.
This is the argument, right? How can you not consider him being number 1 or 2 when he's the only player who's ever played the game who's in the top 5 of 2 records, scoring and assists?
Let me stop right there, Ray. Let me stop right there. Top 2. If you don't consider anybody else, Smush Parker, Brian Scalabrine. I don't care what they do. Their names are no more than LeBron.
Man, stop playing, man. We have the real conversation. Stop.
I think Coach meant MJ and Kareem.
I mean, MJ here's the problem I had with MJ. Name the championship that he won where he was the underdog. Name the series that he won where he didn't have the better team.
He had the better team all 6.
Y'all talking about Jordan, right?
Yeah, all 6. When did he not have the better team? I mean, that's a good
point. I'll let James Lee Luster come on and argue that point.
And then he finally beat the bad boys when they were the old boys.
They had to get old.
They had to get old before he beat them. And they had to take Rick Mahorn off the team because he got selected in the expansion draft by the Minnesota Timberwolves. So everybody want to talk like Jordan 6-0. Let's not forget how many times Jordan failed to get to the NBA championship. Let's not forget that he never went to an NBA championship with the team being less one of their big stars. Never played an NBA championship without Scottie Pippen. Never made it out the playoffs or first round without Scottie.
Never
won a playoff series without Scottie.
Jordan's front office was way better than LeBron's in his career.
Okay. No doubt. And that's a great point. Way better. Armani, that's the point that people got to understand why LeBron did what he did. When I first, and we gone off all topic, but we'll just go right here.
We here now.
Right. That's the point that people don't understand. I admit, I'm a basketball purist. I hated LeBron going to the Heat because that was unheard of for him to team up with, another superstar like Wade and then Bosh. But here to Armani's point, This man played for one of the worst organizations
Ever.
in the NBA. LeBron watched the Cleveland Cavaliers let Carlos Boozer get out of his contract. When Boozer was a second-round pick, they had him for 2 to 3 more years. Boozer's agent said, if y'all let him out the contract, he'll re-sign with you all again. What did Boozer do? He took his talent to Utah. LeBron watched how Cleveland did not want to trade for Amari Stoudemire. They wanted to keep the boy, what was his name, out of Georgia, coach, that went to Wheeler? J.J. Hickson.
J.J. Hickson. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
They didn't want to trade J.J. Hickson for Amari Stoudemire when Amari Stoudemire still gave the New York Knicks 2 or 3 good years.
Yeah.
But
That was the dumb move.
they didn't want to trade J.J. Hickson because they thought he was the next big thing. LeBron tried to get Chris Bosh to come to Cleveland. But Bosh said, no, I'm going to Miami. So everybody got to understand what Kobe had in Jerry West, what Mike had in Jerry Krause is not what LeBron had in a GM in Cleveland. And LeBron said, y'all not going to have me being talked about my entire career, being championship-less. So now I'm going to become the general manager of my own career, and I'm going to learn how to put teams together myself because I spent 7 years being criticized while I'm getting my head beaten in with a bunch of scrubs, and Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and Ray Allen are spanking me over their lap every year.
okay, Rev.
And they teamed up because of who? LeBron James.
LeBron James.
This for you and Armani, Rev, and I'm just starting something because I'm on spitball right here.
So you want to be Michael Jackson? You want to be starting something, huh?
Don't you think that LeBron got his numbers, all his big numbers, because he played on lesser teams?
No.
Referred to him?
No, he still led teams in Miami in almost all categories. You know, he's led. Yeah.
Cleveland.
Cleveland, he still led the team. I mean, when Kyrie was there, he was still leading basically in all categories. So, we just got to understand LeBron, because of his being a physical specimen, as Red alluded to earlier, because of his skill set, he could score, he could pass, he could rebound, he was a great defender at one point in time. He's just somebody we never seen before.
Okay.
And really, it don't really take much to build around him. That's why I don't understand how the Lakers are screwing up. All you got to do is have good sense. What you just said.
You know why, Jerome? You know why he had to team up with other all-stars? Because his front office wasn't competent enough to bring him
right,
in.
Yeah. You're right. They dumb because
they was stupid.
You don't know how to be
competent enough.
How you don't know how to build around this guy? 6'8" physical specimen, probably got the best inside game in the league. You put shooters around him. You give him some size and you put some shooters around him, and we're going to be in the finals every year.
I do you one better. I give you his roster in Cleveland. Danny Gibson, Danny Green, J.J. Hickson, Ilgauskas, Cedric Jackson, Darnell Jackson.
Ilgauskas was fine. The most scrubs you name.
Kobe Carl, Jamario Moon, and Shaquille O'Neal. In a declining end of his career. What are you gonna do with that?
Now, Ilgauskas was fine. The rest of them guys offered nothing.
He was solid. Let's not.
Yeah. I'm saying solid because he offered the size. You need size with LeBron, but the other guys you named, they had to be some skilled shooters.
See, Jerome, this is where you gotta separate your dislike for a player for reality. Okay? Let's be clear. Let's be clear.
And Jerome, they're gonna be slurping them all week, so you might as well prepare yourself.
Let's be clear. Let's be clear. Michael Jordan, GM, understood the formula that he needed to win an NBA championship on a three-peat on 2 separate occasions.
Yeah.
He had a shooter as a point guard, First three-peat, John Paxson. Second three-peat, Steve Kerr. He always had the one constant that could play point forward and also defend the best player on the other team, Scottie Pippen. They always had a rebounder. Horace Grant first 3 years, Dennis Rodman second 3 years. They always had a center that could shoot the mid-range jump shot and be solid enough to help with the rebounding. Mm-hmm. Bill Cartwright first 3 years, Luke Longley second 3 years. And then they always had different role players that could do a good job. And then the second three-peat, they had a dude who used to be the best player on the Cleveland Cavaliers, or the most athletic ball players, and even at 80% of himself, he was still one of the best defenders in Ron Harper. And then they had one of the best six men who could start on anybody's team in Tony Kukoc. When did LeBron ever play with that except for when he went to Miami? So it's not about being a LeBron apologist. It is calling it what it is. MJ could not go to any team and just win a championship. That's what makes LeBron better. In my opinion, you could, in LeBron's prime, you could put him on any team and they instantly become a contender.
Yep. Any team.
Who is the only six NBA MVP?
Huh?
Who is the only 6-time NBA MVP?
Was it Kareem?
Yeah, because you keep leaving Kareem out. I'm gonna get you for this disrespect.
But Kareem's success was predicated upon somebody feeding him the ball.
Yeah, it didn't all.
David Johnson,
Magic, Oscar Robertson.
I
mean, Kareem was a baller. Don't get me wrong, but without a point guard, would Kareem be Kareem?
No.
LeBron's success has not been predicated upon any one particular player. He was successful in Miami. He was successful in Cleveland. He was successful in the Lakers. And he never won another when he went to another team. It wasn't like he traveled with Dwayne Wade. It wasn't like he traveled with Anthony Davis. Like he traveled with Kyrie Irving. He won it in multiple ways, which shows his greatness.
Matter of fact, he was down 3-1. Made the greatest comeback of all time. How much greater can you be to do that?
Oh,
that is unheard of.
Whoa.
Armani, you sound like a slurper now.
Let me stop you right there, Armani.
I'm just telling them, is that a fact? Yes or no?
Armani, let me
That's all
stop
I'm saying.
there. In other news, Tom Brady retired over the week.
All right, go ahead, switch.
I had to mess with you.
You ain't
Coach,
right.
anything to come back with Kareem?
Is
that the end of the Kareem comparison?
I ain't comparing nobody. Everybody has made the top three. Not in any order. Kareem, LeBron, Michael Jordan. All three of them are going to be considered the top three, no matter what order you put them in. Nobody else is going to come close to the impact that they had on the game of basketball. Nobody. Those three, when you talk about top three, you start putting everybody. Somebody actually said, and I quote, that before he retires, Steph Curry is going to be up there. I said, in what league? ABA? I said, Steph Curry's not coming that high.
I think when we talk Kareem, and this may make Coach a little upset.
I'm cut you off.
I think when we talk Kareem, we're talking more so from high school to the NBA. If you're talking about the most decorated basketball player of all time, then Kareem, high school, dominant, college, dominant, pros, dominant. But I don't know if I could go as far as saying Kareem in the NBA had a greater impact than Magic. I don't know if people consider Kareem the greatest Laker over Magic.
Well, he's not going to be considered that because he didn't play his entire career with Magic.
But he played quite a few years with the Lakers.
Yeah,
and he won most of his championships with the Lakers.
Well, he's only in he was in Milwaukee. He won a title, so he
But he won most of his titles with the Lakers. So he's considered more a Laker than he is a Buck.
A Buck.
Well, Michael Jordan had a 4. He had Scottie Pippen. Kareem had Magic.
But Magic show. I think the thing that hurts Kareem is that Magic won that championship his rookie year when Kareem got hurt. And that showed his greatness. I don't know anybody else. If Jordan goes down in Chicago, Chicago's not winning no championship.
You see what happened when he retired.
If LeBron, like Magic even took the Lakers to the championship without Kareem.
Didn't they win without Kareem?
No, they lost. They lost.
No.
Okay.
No.
That's when the Bulls won their first.
You see what the Bulls look like since Jordan left.
Before Kareem got hurt and Magic did what he did, ain't nobody denying Magic's ability because he was great coming out of college. Kareem was averaging 33 and 19. So
That's because of Magic. Magic respected Kareem.
He played a codependent position.
And Magic decided this is Cap. That's what they called him, Cap. This is Cap's team. So Magic conformed out of respect to Kareem, and therefore he fed him. But Magic could have easily been the star of the Lakers as a rookie.
Wasn't James Worthy on one of them teams?
All of them, basically.
Not in 80.
Yeah, he was in the 80s.
1980?
Not in 80. You're right. Not the first. Yeah. You're right. Yes.
But he had, Kareem had
a loaded team.
And
Kareem was great. I think he has the most dominant shot in NBA history. Nobody could defend the skyhook. But I think it's hard to say Kareem is better than a Michael Jordan or a LeBron when his success was so dependent upon people getting him the ball.
Yeah, Oscar Robertson in Milwaukee, Magic in LA. Hey, he played with the two dominant point guards.
A young Gary Payton. Or was that later on?
Who?
The Lakers
played with a young Gary Payton?
No, they played with an old Gary Payton.
Yeah, he was him and Karl Malone were on their way out.
Kareem didn't play with them.
Oh, you talking about with the Lakers?
Yeah, that's when it was Shaq and Kobe.
Yeah, Kareem went on that team.
Their last year together. That team was debacle.
Dang, that's another one.
That was the team. That was the team that lost to the Pistons.
Yeah.
Ooh. Sure.
Well, Coach, I
let's
think we just need to hit these other topics real quickly.
Yeah, real quick. Yeah.
Yeah, Coach. Oh, this Kareem talk.
Coach too nice. He don't know how to reel you up.
All this LeBron talk.
Yeah, revving our money. Hey, I spent 30 minutes slurping LeBron.
No. If you didn't bring up Kobe, we wouldn't be talking about LeBron.
That's true. That's true.
Talk about Kobe.
I mean, y'all better spend the whole week slurping LeBron. Now you have to spend 30 minutes on our show
We gotta
slurping.
talk about Kobe when Kobe is not.
We not gonna spend the whole week slurping Kobe.
What we need to be talking about Kobe for anyway?
Just to remind us that it's another.
What?
That is 3 great players out here.
And Kobe's not one of them. That's what we're reminded of.
He ain't even top 5.
Not in Lakers. Hey,
no,
you can't change the minds of Laker Nation, and nothing y'all say will do it.
Name your top 5, Armani.
Yeah, Mr. Top 5. Who your top 5?
Jordan, Magic,
Iverson,
Kareem. Did I say Magic already?
Yeah.
I had
Iverson, right? And you gonna put Iverson in there?
Get LeBron.
Nah, LeBron not my top 5. Yeah, I'll put, but no, as from objective standpoint, Iverson not top 5 of all time. My top 5, yeah, Iverson to be probably number 5, but objectively, nah, he's not top. Wilt Chamberlain, I'll put him at number 5.
So LeBron is not in your top 5.
I said LeBron number 2.
Okay.
No, you didn't. You said Magic number 2.
You didn't include LeBron when you first started talking.
No,
LeBron is like 1 or 2. I got this stuff ran down. I can't get it off my head.
All right, Coach. Go
LeBron at least top number 2, if not number 1.
All right.
The GOAT. All right.
We got it. We got y'all money.
Bad. All right, let's go.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna be saying when you break the record.
You really disturbed about this, aren't you, Red?
I really am, man.
You know, it's
I really
okay.
am.
It's okay.
Red is really.
I'm saying but I feel a little better if we win it. Okay, let's just keep winning. If we win it and it happened, it'll be watered down, but I won't be that disappointed. Now, if we were like bottom of the West, like we were starting off the season, and this record we broken, yeah, I'd be what? I don't know how I feel, but the fact that we playing better now, it's becoming a reality now. It's gonna happen this week, so I got to try to get my mind around it. But I know what's gonna happen. I already know.
How you felt about Kobe when he had Jeremy Lin and what is the dude name with the dreads? He was at the very end. You know what I mean? Like, how did you feel about Kobe?
Once Kobe broke his Achilles, I kind of accepted the fact that this was it for him. Once he tore his Achilles and he was out for the next 2 years, and we were just going through the motions because you got to think we were losing. So by the time he returned, because you got to think Jenny did a very stupid thing, and I know Rev remember. She gave Kobe an additional 2-year contract. So that's why he had to hang on for an additional 2 years to make it the year 20. So really, during that 2-year contract that he hung on for, I knew we were done. We were done when he tore his Achilles. We were done those last 2 years. I had accepted the fact. I had come to reality with the fact. I had, you know what I'm saying? And then he gave me his great game going out. So I was happy, but I had already accepted the fact that his career was over once he tore his Achilles. I mean, after the career, he gave me 5 championship rings, plenty of winning seasons, greatness throughout. I had accepted the fact, yeah, you're right. LeBron is going out better than Kobe went out. LeBron didn't have a crazy injury at the end of his career. He's still playing, top 5 all NBA basketball at the end of his career. So, yeah, the durability thing, LeBron got that over Kobe all the way.
Can I tell you why Kobe gets a pass for Red as a Lakers fan? Because Kobe, in his eyes, is a true Laker and LeBron is not. That's why LeBron gets so much flack from Red, because Red does not view LeBron as a true Laker.
And I'm not the only one. Okay.
That's why LeBron gets the blues. I've been doing this show with Red now for 5 years. And now we had some classic battles that Coach had to sit through. Where Coach, remember the battles where we were tied up next to each other? We were in each other's space before COVID.
Yeah.
We had to sit through all of those different Kobe and LeBron. We used to do a whole show basically talking about the Rockets.
That's why it's easy for me to discuss Kobe and LeBron with Rev now, man. We don't have so many heated battles. This is like child's play for us now, man. That's why I laugh when Rev get into it. Rev, you notice I be on your page just laughing my butt off when you be getting to it. I be like a referee sometimes, because that stuff be hilarious, man. I be like, I know Rev style. Some of those guys, they be dead on arrival trying to debate Rev with some of the stuff they bring it up.
Okay, all right.
Let's be a real shame if LeBron just passed Kobe up in rings, boy. I tell you.
No, well, I want him to get one more, so he probably will have to. So he tie him, you know. I don't think he's gonna get 6 now. And the only reason he get 5 if they can make this deal for Kyrie. If they don't make this deal for Kyrie,
right, I'm gonna tell y'all like Ric Flair told a fat girl in the front of the audience, "Shut up." That's what he told her. But moving on, let's go to last week. We're going to start with the 49ers and the Eagles, their NFC Championship game, which kind of turned into the word we know as a debacle. It was a debacle, and I want to get your thoughts on the debacle. We'll start with you, Rev.
I mean, if misfortune had a name or a face, it was San Francisco. I mean, the game was a pretty much competitive game up until right before the half. Even when, Brock Purdy got hurt, Josh Johnson came in, kept it respectable. And then when the Eagles went up 14-7, then Kyle Shanahan trying to gamble instead of playing it safe, being content, only being down a touchdown. He was trying to tie the game because they were getting the ball back in the second half. Josh Johnson fumbles, and then the game was over once the Eagles went up 2 touchdowns. And then the Eagles just, basically drained the clock and did everything that they wanted to do in the second half. So, Kyle Shanahan just sometimes doesn't understand you got to play with the hand that you've been dealt. And sometimes it's better to be safe than sorry. And he wanted to just be sorry because he was trying to put Josh Johnson in a situation that he was not equipped for. If you are in an NFC championship game, down Brock Purdy, and you got Josh Johnson in the game and you only down a touchdown, getting the ball back in the second half, that is the perfect scenario for you. But no, he want to get stingy and dumb and cute. And that's why the game got out of hand real quickly. And, he's really to blame. He's really to blame for the game to get out of hand. And then also, people have said his play call got both of his quarterbacks hurt because he was trying to have a tight end stop one of the best edge rushers in the game. How are you going to try to get your tight end to stop, what's his name, Reddick? I mean, you in for it.
Yeah.
And both times that his quarterbacks got hurt in that game, he tried to have Kittle chip Reddick, and he got to both of them and caused the arm injury for Purdy and gave Josh Johnson the concussion. So Kyle Shanahan screwed him up.
Red.
Yeah, man. I can't piggyback off what Kyle did. It's becoming normal for Kyle to have these bonehead decisions and these clutch moments of big playoff games. I hate to bring it up, but it's always deja vu. What was Vincent saying? I'll read it later. It's like deja vu when he was with the Falcons and these bonehead decisions he made when we was up 28-3. But like Rev said, the 49ers, it's just misfortune. It was misfortune all year long. The quarterback situation, it's amazing that this team have had 4 quarterbacks on their roster and all 4 got hurt this entire season. Starting from the beginning with Trey Lance with the ankle injury, to Jimmy G with the leg injury, to Brock Purdy with the elbow injury, to Josh Johnson with the concussion. Lord, 4 QBs got hurt on the team, man. That is the epitome of just bad luck and misfortune. And when you add Kyle's bonehead decisions to it to top that off, with San Francisco, he does make some drunk decisions. I don't know who worse, him or Sark, but it just adds to the dysfunction and the inconsistency every time Kyle and the 49ers get this far. Like I say, Kyle, you're a great coach, man. You one of the best offensive gurus out there, but your cockiness and your diva-like tendencies in these big moments, they just always come back to haunt you, man. And Vincent and myself, like I say, because you killed both our teams in big moments, we sit here suffering for you. Like I say, we respect you as a coach, man, but your leadership skills or your decisions sometimes in the biggest moments leave a lot to be desired, Kyle. But I don't want to take too much away from the Eagles, man, because the Eagles went out there and they balled, man. Nick Sirianni, you deserve all the credit. You got your team, you were prepared. You got your team ready to ball. This defense has been top-notch, A+ all season. Your offense been ready to ball. Jalen Hurts, another MVP type performance. This running game, the Eagles have just came out and handled the task that's been set in front of them. No matter who, whatever team put in front of them now. I know folks are arguing they really haven't played too much competition this year, but whoever they played, they've handled business and they've gotten themselves in the Super Bowl with one game away from being Super Bowl champions. But Kyle and 49ers, man, like I say, us Falcon fans know it all too well. And 49er fans, you guys going to have to cope with this guy because, like I said, he'll give you another great regular season. He'll look like the genius come regular season. And when the playoffs come, you're going to be sitting there scratching your head with the Homer Simpson meme and him backing in the background saying dope because, yeah, he usually likes to be hiding right around these moments. So, congratulations, Philly and San Francisco. Another off season of plenty of questions. And like I say, I don't know what you're going to do with the quarterback situation because Brock Purdy hurt his elbow. Trey Lance, and so many question marks remain around him. Kyle himself said Jimmy G ain't coming back. Wait, wow, Kyle. Way to be so destitute and content with Jimmy G not coming back. We don't even know your other two quarterbacks. How you already saying another guy ain't coming back for sure? Dude, you don't know what your quarterback situation is going to be going into the offseason. And that's the funny thing because you don't know if you need to bring a quarterback in just to run the practice squad because you don't know what the availability of any of your quarterbacks going to be come training camp of the offseason time. So, man, Vincent, your 49ers, it's a lot of up in the air things with you guys, but hey, your team, y'all problems. I got my own problems with the Falcons, but not thankfully, because I wish Kyle was one of them, but not come playoff time.
Armani.
I mean, it was just misfortune that happened with the quarterbacks, but I thought you could plug any quarterback into Kyle Shanahan's system and they'd be good. That's what I've been hearing from Falcons fans all year long. You know, it goes to show you that the quarterback matters. Even with Josh Johnson being hurt, I mean, even without him being hurt, they wouldn't have won that game. Purdy went down, and it wasn't good. It wasn't good. And then Kyle putting his guys in positions like that. I mean, come on, Kyle. I mean, you got one of the best running games in the NFL. Run the football. You can't make everything look cute, man. I mean, you can't pass on every down. I understand you want to make the quarterbacks look good, but dude, you was down what? You like you said, 14-7. Run the football a little bit, man. Come on now. And then all I'm gonna say is defense only takes you, but in this league, defense only takes you so far. You got to have a balance of both to win. So, hey, Eagles won. Congratulations. Hope Philly wins next week. But hey, they deserve to win. They did deserve that win.
Okay. With a show of hands, how many people thought the Eagles was going to blow out San Francisco? Exactly.
Nobody.
Nobody thought that was going to happen. But yet somebody scrolled through, had the nerve to say they predicted last week that was going to be the score. Like they knew that the Eagles were going to blow out the 49ers. Very incorrect. If it wasn't for the injuries, it would probably be like 28-24 or something like that.
It would have been close. And Purdy had a
close game.
Yeah, I mean, Jerome, come on, man. The 49ers had a quarterback that couldn't throw the ball. I mean, he was playing handicap. So I mean, when the game was close, and it didn't get out of hand till after the Eagles scored that touchdown right before the half. But come on, man, the game was close, man. The game would have been close throughout the entire game had Purdy played, or if Josh Johnson was still there. The game definitely would have been close. I mean, come on now.
Yeah, you look at.
Well, I think Jerome did. I think he did predict it was going to be a blowout, but I don't think he predicted the quarterback was going to get hurt.
Oh, he didn't predict it with injury. I mean, that's a whole different story. Some games you just got to leave out the commentary because you didn't say anything about it. Nobody expected Purdy to come back in the game being half the player he was because he couldn't throw the ball.
He couldn't even throw a horseshoe.
You know what? You know what it is? Jerome has the need to be right syndrome.
Come on, man. He didn't predict.
Hold on, buddy. He gonna come for you now.
The Eagles gonna put out both of the quarterbacks. He didn't predict that. Come on, man. Stop.
No, I don't think Jerome is that big a Nostradamus now. If so, we need to take him to Vegas.
There you go. Don't move the line. We talk about what happened. See, that's the problem. He doesn't know how to adjust to the context. He should be he's a preacher. He should know context matters. But
context matters.
Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it. I'm moving the line. I saw what happened in the game. Nobody predicted that the 49ers would be playing with a handicapped quarterback in the second half. Stop it.
Jerome, if you just want to be right, then just say you want to be right, man. I mean, everybody can't. I mean, you just want to be right. You want to be right. Okay, cool. But, man, come on, man.
Yeah, Jerome, man, you're losing credibility, man.
You losing credibility a little bit. But anyway, let's go on to the next game, I guess.
You made a score prediction based upon stuff that didn't happen, that you didn't say was going to happen. You didn't predict. Never mind, I ain't wasting my energy.
That's okay, because credibility is just another word he can't spell. So let's move on.
Oh.
All right, we had bingo.
Oh, he said, "Don't come for me, Captain Last Place."
Last place. He talking about
me.
He talking about money.
I'd rather be in last place than claiming some of the things that you claim. At least I can say that I'm in last place and I ain't got no excuse. You just want to be right, man. It's okay. You just want to be right. You have that mentality where you just want to be right all the time. You're not right all the time, dude. Come on now.
All right.
Hey, I understand that, Armani. I had that mentality too sometimes.
Coach, man.
But mine is a little more controlled. Jerome is a little out of control sometimes.
Jerome he's crazy, man.
Look at this. Go back, Ram. Go back.
Yeah.
Bad credit have to do with your prediction, what we predict on the show. Bad
Coach, Coach like 70 years old. His credit score probably is 780.
Money. I'm gonna get your money.
His credit score.
All right. You just helped Jerome's joke if you don't realize.
Coach had credit before credit was a thing.
Yeah.
He said, Coach was there when Equifax was built early. Coach had his foot with the shovel. All right, y'all, we building a new building. It's called the Equifax building. Coach said, started a new era in finance.
Look at Woodruff.
Love you, Coach.
Jerome,
don't worry about it. All right, here we go.
Jerome understands his role on the show. He's a minted Revanite Nation misspelled.
All right, Bengals and the Chefs AFC Championship game, which is better and much more drama in it than the Eagles and the what's the name? Stop, Jerome.
Can't get credit on the legend.
All right, here we go. We're gonna start with you, Armani. What your impression of Bengals and the Chiefs? Go ahead.
I mean,
talk good now, Armani. Talk good, Armani.
Okay.
Talk good about my quarterback.
I'm gonna need some vinegar after I say this. I'm gonna just say it, man. The greatness of Patrick Mahomes. I mean,
I'm good about my quarterback.
All right, Ram, leave him alone.
On one leg.
Don't let him bully you out, man. Tell us how you feel about Pat.
Ankle? I mean, dude, he had some missing receivers. I was like,
whoa.
He just
Do you believe in
I can't. He just good. Now I don't know what else to say.
Good. I'm gonna say great. Don't.
He's great. He's great. All right, can we move on now? But on a real note though, Patrick Mahomes, man, he just dude is just he on another level right now. It's Patrick Mahomes, then it's everybody else.
Talk about it, Armani.
Right now, it's not even. It's not. I don't even think it's remotely close.
Who's
I
bullying
mean,
him? I'm just helping him. I'm in his amen corner.
well, we can say Burrow maybe is itching closer to Mahomes, but talent level, skill level. I mean, Mahomes is just that dude right now.
Talk about it, Armani.
Now, I don't know how he's gonna fare next weekend. That game next weekend go either way, and we'll talk about it then. But Mahomes is what happened to the Bengals for real, for real. That's what happened.
Let us hear it, Armani. Is that all?
Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Oh boy. Oh boy. All right, Red.
All right. You know, last week, I think the Bengals just ran their mouth a little too much. And boy, did they give KC just bulletin boards of material to get them fired up for that game. I mean, I think I can understand why Cincy was a little confident, but the Burrow head, yeah, I think that went a little bit too far now. I mean, now Mahomes not chopped liver now. I mean, dog calling the man, Burrow head saying that he owned the stadium. Now that was a little too far. Now I know he had beat Pat Mahomes 3 straight times, and that should have worried me too. But like I say, Mahomes is a great player, and you just can't get them boys that much inspiration. You can't have them that fired up on their home turf for a chance to go to the Super Bowl. And I know Mahomes was out there on a unhealthy ankle, but still, them boys got pride. And not only pride, they got championship pride. Mahomes is a champion, okay? And you're not going to keep disrespecting him, disrespecting Kelsey, disrespecting that defense on their home turf and think they just going to come out there and roll over? Are you kidding me? And Cincy going out there steady stepping the way they doing. I mean, look, Burrow had his chances, okay? So I don't want nobody to act like he didn't have his chances. He had his chances and he failed. He didn't make the plays he needed to make to beat Mahomes in his house last week. And Mahomes, he made the plays he needed to make. On a bum ankle, he still put his team on his back and led them to victory. It was, like I say, the game was close. Could have went either way, but it came down to Burrow did not make the plays he needed to make, and Mahomes making the plays he needed to make. I watched the game. Since it had chances to put this game over the top, and every time they got the ball with a chance to go over the top, they failed. Burrow failed, came up short. Every time Mahomes needed to make a play for his team, he came through in the clutch, even on a bum ankle. I know they want to say that hit at the end gave them that extra yards to kick a field goal, but still, Mahomes was out there making plays. That dumb Cincinnati player, dude, you a moron, okay? You hit Mahomes and you on the white line. You on the white line, on the chalk. You know you're out of bounds and you still hit the man. So I don't want to see you crying on the sideline. I don't need to see no tears in the locker room, okay? Stay the tears and just stop being a dummy in those situations late in the game. But still, Mahomes made the plays that he needed to make, and Burrow just didn't make the plays he needed to make. And that's the bottom line to it. It was a well-fought game, but Kansas City earned this victory, and Mahomes is going playing for his second Super Bowl. And that's pretty much how the game came out to me.
Real. Wow, you soaking in your glory.
I just needed to pray about what I was going to say before I said it.
Well, this is your moment. Yeah, you the Mahomes fan.
Oh, boy.
And we'll talk about another moment I had because of this game in just a minute. But
no.
Let's just say this. What we learned is it's Mahomes and everybody else. I think it was Joe Burrow. Right now. Joe Burrow's a great player. Let me say that.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow's a great player. What he's done for the Cincinnati Bengals is absolutely phenomenal. They've won more playoff games with him being under center than they had in their entire franchise career. So Joe Burrow is that dude. I knew he was going to be that dude when he came from LSU, but Joe Burrow is not Patrick Mahomes. And it was disrespectful of the mayor and people like Eli Apple with these cigars, discounting Patrick Mahomes. And this is where we got to be careful, like comparing quarterbacks. Like if you imagine if Patrick Mahomes had the receiving core Joe Burrow had.
Ooh.
It wouldn't even be fair.
It'll be a trap meet.
It would not be fair. And to see Patrick Mahomes basically have me, Red, Armani, and Coach as his receiver. No, I'm just playing.
Okay, but he had Kelsey and Kelsey and a lot of.
He had practice players.
Yeah. Just solid players. Just guys.
Well, some of them were practice players who were just thrown into duty because of the injury. And to play on that scale at that moment just showed the dude's great. He lost Tyreek Hill. Everybody thought the Chiefs were done, and he's right back to where he's been with Tyreek Hill.
And that says a lot. Be back in the Super Bowl the year you lose. Yeah, your go-to player. I mean, that touchdown throw he made to Kelsey. I mean, you just that chemistry that they have, the skill set. I mean, that's why I say you gotta have when you have that type of player. Man, see that type of player, like me and Rev said, when you have that, and that's what folks tried to sell. That's why me and Rev used to get so upset with folks trying to tell us that Matt Ryan was on that guy's level. Dude, are you kidding me?
No.
When you sign a guy to that contract right there, he has to make up for all of the deficiencies on your team. I bet you right now you couldn't tell me the Chiefs' defensive ranking right now. It don't matter because Mahomes makes up for the running game. Ain't been all that with KC this year. Did they have a 1,000-yard runner? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Defense wasn't that great this year. I mean, it was decent, middle of the pack, solid. It wasn't top 5, top 10. I don't think so. You got Mahomes. When you have a player like Mahomes, the dude disguises and makes up for so much. And if you're going to pay a player
that's who you pay.
Like that, then he better make up for the deficiencies of your team. Because if he can't make up for the deficiencies of your team, like a Dak Prescott, then you have no business even thinking about giving a QB a bag that large. If he cannot do what Mahomes does for the Chiefs, like I said, they lose players in and out every year. They're going to lose more players this year. And I bet the Chiefs be right back making a deep playoff run next year. I ain't saying Super Bowl, but I bet they'll be right back in the playoffs next year. As long as you got Magic Mahomes,
go ahead, Ray. And that's going to be the true test to see how great Joe Burrow truly is.
Right.
Because now the Bengals are at a place, and you know, we acknowledge they lost three linemen, and you know, Patrick Mahomes has been there before. You're going to lose players. And you know, Burrow did still considerably well losing those 3 linemen, while he does have some great receivers who got to keep the defense honest. You know,
he might keep Chase. I don't see him keeping everybody else.
Yeah, see, and that's another thing, like you said, Rev.
Come on, man.
Mahomes they're gonna keep the defense honest. You can't. I mean,
and he did that on one leg. That's the thing that was so remarkable about it, where the Bengals knew they could not just try to bum rush him.
No,
because even on one leg, they knew. Well, you know, and that's my cousin, huge Cincinnati Bengals fan, and you know, the Chiefs lost their whole receiving core too, cuz.
All of them, everybody.
Let's not forget that either. But you know, injuries happen, part of the game. But Mahomes was able to manage his team and just did what he was going to do. And you know, Mahomes just sets the bar. As Red was saying, That's who you pay that kind of money to. Like this, this is one of the things, and I've told people here, and I don't know if Sister Dana Brick is still watching. That's
Oh, she's here, real.
That's why I'm struggling trying to. I don't like the Eagles' colors, number one, but number two, I can't root for the Eagles right now because I'm not about to get excited because I know a lot of their success is predicated upon their depth, not how great Jalen Hurts is, but how deep their roster is. Man. They mess around and pay that dude $50 million. Market football, and Red knows I've never been a fan of market football. Because
market value.
Yeah, market value, market football, whatever you want to call it. I've never been a fan of it because that they don't take in consideration, can that quarterback offset what they're about to lose?
Right.
Jalen Hurts, you take A.J. Brown off that roster, is he still in the Super Bowl? We don't know.
Right.
We can't deny he got a quantum leap right after A.J. Brown gets on the team.
If that defense don't have about 50 or 60 sacks.
They don't have the whole doggone D-line in the Pro Bowl.
Red.
Sir?
You compare Mariota, Mahomes to Matt Ryan.
Oh, well, in a term as far as paying them the money, like, when the Mahomes got a massive deal, and you remember when Matt Ryan got his deal, me and Rev said, okay, now can Matt Ryan take up for the bad defense, the no running game, and all the deficiencies of the Falcons? And I was saying, Mahomes, he takes up for a lot of the KC's deficiencies. That was just a comparison.
I mean, but you got to look at Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan, from 5 to 10 yards, was the best quarterback in the NFL.
Coach would be cynical, man.
I knew something was coming. That's what I said.
Coach would be cynical.
But I mean, just like you pay a guy.
Matt Ryan his mid-range game was all right, but boy, that deep one, if he got to throw that deep ball, that's what I'm saying. You got Julio Jones and he can't even use them effectively because the deep ball sucks.
Well, Julio back there, he was waving his hands calling for a fair catch. That's all, no problem.
But you know what?
Go ahead, Armani.
That's where we missed Kyle Shanahan, because Shanahan, he schemed for Julio Jones to get open.
Well, let me take it a step further.
And Sark could.
He schemed to hide Matt Ryan's deficiencies.
There you go.
That's what he schemed. He did not let Matt Ryan get exposed.
That took a lot of scheming, Reed.
Of course. And look, this is what he did. This is probably what he did.
Shanahan should be coaching the millennium for that scheme.
Yeah. He said, Matt Ryan can't do this. Matt Ryan can't do that. Can't do this play. Can't do that play. We can do this. We can do that.
No, that's a lot of plays he can't do.
But he made up for it. Kyle Shanahan was the best thing that ever happened to Matt Ryan.
No doubt about it.
Exactly. I understand. Matt Ryan is a moron for letting Kyle get away. A moron.
But he overcoached in the Super Bowl when you got that man in a shotgun position.
Yeah.
Instead of under center handing.
Well, Red alluded to Kyle Shanahan's mess ups in big moments. But can we really talk about what was the most important thing that happened from this game?
The Chiefs, Cincinnati.
No, this is what was most important. That was the most important thing that happened from this game. That was the most important thing that happened to this game, Coach. Why are you wasting all this time, man? Who's the pick'em champ? The champ is here. The champ is here. The champ is here, baby. Order has been restored. No COVID champ. Let's do it, baby. Let's do it, Coach. Let's do it.
I knew you were working on that. I said, let me. When you said something else, but I said he working on something.
Order has been restored.
What the world? Oh, what is that on your head?
Trash.
I thought he had a big Al and that was sitting on his head.
Order has been restored.
It ain't been a good football season for me. It ain't been a good football season for me.
Well, in your defense,
everything that could go wrong,
in your defense, this was your first time picking on the show, so nerves might have kicked in. So you were a rookie, and just,
I ain't paying for dinner next year.
And the standings where you fell show rookie material. Okay, so you got 1 year under your belt. It's a little different picking on screen versus picking in the chat. All right, it's a little bit different. So you got to, understand there's a method to the madness. Now, you got a good chance to at least get third place, because since COVID is no longer in place, coach is done. He's finished. Now that coach is done. His championship's over.
Who finished one game behind you?
Well, actually finished 2.
One.
No, because that's why that's why you finished 2, because that's why you're mathematically out of it, because
you had a split.
Right, we had a split. So my boy Mahomes won me a championship that I hadn't won in a few years, and I just wanted to be gracious enough to let my co-host win a few before we named it the Michael Harris Invitation.
Oh boy, here we go.
Well, now that Red is back-to-back college champs, I'm gonna think about that invitational, because I'm the back-to-back college champ.
Well, I was the first one to win back-to-back. I was the first one to win back-to-back college and in pro. So next year when we start picking, there's a new thing on StreamYard that allows you to have a tagline underneath your names. So we'll put what years we won the championships next year.
Oh, we just going way out now.
Armani's will still be blank.
Oh, whatever.
and coaches will still have an asterisk by him.
Yeah, asterisk.
I don't know why y'all keep talking about an asterisk. I don't understand the asterisk.
Well, you won championships when they were canceling games.
But they were playing. They
played. And no fans in the stands.
No fans in the stands.
And oh my God, this is just politically.
No, Coach will have C-19. You see, Vincent changed on him, because he used to say I was hating. Now Vincent on my side.
Yeah, he's an ally. He's an ally now, Rev.
Rev, you just invited something. I'm getting the people at the organization, the AARP, to take care of this. They're gonna change things.
All right, man. Well, we've been on for a long time, man. Not so fast, Rev. Okay, I got you. He's still advocating for Coach's COVID championship.
Is that all topics, Coach? How many topics left?
We missed a couple, but we'll get them next week.
Well, let's just say one. We got to pay respect to this dude. We got to pay respect to Tom Brady.
Oh yeah,
I ain't got to pay respect to nothing.
That sounds like some bitterness right there.
No, I ain't out.
So Armani, tell us why you bitter, man. Come on.
You know why? Y'all know why.
What did he do to you?
I ain't got to bring it up. They keep playing this game on my TV on NFL Network. I ain't. No.
But see, you can't get mad at. I don't get mad at Tom Brady. I get mad at number 1, Matt Ryan.
Yeah.
Number 2, Kyle Shanahan in that game. Like if you are a star franchise quarterback, you don't lose a 28-3 lead. Period. Especially, and that's why I can't stand when folk be talking about the defense lost the game. No, the defense scored you 7 points in the first half. The defense held the doggone Patriots to 3 points basically the entire game to the fourth quarter.
3.
How much more could the defense have done? Doesn't the offense have to put some more points on the board? Don't they have to go beyond going 3 and out for consecutive possessions?
I mean,
Come on, man.
you had 3 points right there if you hadn't taken that sack, and that would have been really the ball game.
Exactly.
That was it.
Exactly. And that's why you know that was the downfall of my disdain. That was the downfall of me liking Matt Ryan, and then he comes back and does it in other games as well. But you know, I wasn't the biggest Tom Brady fan, but you can't deny his competitiveness. You can't deny that he's clutch. You can't deny that he knows how to capitalize on people's mistakes.
Yeah.
You know, and that's really one of the things that people have to realize because maybe two of those championships at least he should not have won.
Yep, Seattle and Atlanta.
Seattle and Atlanta, he should not have won those championships, but his team capitalized on the stupidity of other teams. And that also shows, you know, it could be argued the greatness of Bill Belichick, but he kind of ascended beyond Belichick when he goes to Tampa Bay and wins that championship in Tampa Bay. Granted, he definitely had a great roster when he first went to Tampa Bay. And really, you know, his team was probably more equipped to handle COVID better than most teams because they were excited about getting Tom Brady. So they were going to do everything that they can do to try to put all of the pieces together to win a championship. And it did help that, you know, Patrick Mahomes didn't have an offensive line in that Super Bowl. That helped out as well. But Tom Brady's, you know, I mean, you can't deny calling him the GOAT when it comes to quarterbacks. I don't know how I feel about just calling a quarterback the GOAT of the entire league because, you know, I lived in New York when Lawrence Taylor was a man child.
Jerry Rice.
You know, Jerry Rice was that dude at wide receiver. So I don't know if I can call him the GOAT, but he's definitely, in my opinion, the greatest of all time when it comes to quarterback.
Yeah, like I say, you can't deny his greatness. Of course, I'm not a huge fan myself, but you cannot deny the guy's greatness. I'm an NFL fan. I'm always gonna think of Joe Montana is the better QB. Tom Brady, he's right there with Joe Cool. Like I say, the Rams, when he shocked me with the Rams Super Bowl back in 01 when his journey began, because the Rams were the heavy favorite. Nobody was thinking about the Pats. Nobody was thinking about Tom Brady and the Pats. And man, he went down the field with those 30 seconds left and shocked the Rams and ended their dynasty and began his. So, I mean,
yeah.
What do you think?
Makes it so difficult. He's a 6th-round draft pick. 6.
Yeah, 6th-round draft pick. Nobody was even thinking about him when Drew Bledsoe got hurt and he came to the game. Nobody could have never imagined where this was going when they said Tom Brady is replacing Drew Bledsoe. But the man has proven over 20 plus years that he is definitely one of the NFL great QBs all time. Like you say, once he became in his prime, he was everything Pat Mahomes is. He made up for the deficiencies of your team. There was never a game Tom Brady played where you didn't think he had a chance to win. As long as you kept that game close. If he had the ball in his hands with a chance to win it in the end, you were worried. If you was a fan of the other team, you were worried. So the guy did what NFL great quarterbacks do. He put the team on his back and he leads them to victories. And he led them to multiple victories and multiple championship runs, multiple MVPs, plenty of NFL records. I mean, he is the epitome of an NFL great QB. And like him or not, he is what he is. Like I say, I'm not a Brady fan, but I do recognize his greatness. And he will go down as one of the NFL greats. And in 5 years, he'll be just strolling into that Hall of Fame. And Rev, I was thinking about this the other day because, you know, when they present you for the Hall of Fame, they always have somebody to present, to make your case for you when you stand up amongst the panel.
Right.
So I was like, well, whoever present Tom Brady, you're going to have an easy time. Whoever present Matt Ryan, Lord have mercy. I have absolutely no idea what are you gonna say to impress that panel. And that's why I was thinking, no, all those folks that say Matt Ryan gonna be a first ballot, I don't think so. Because I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what you gonna say to that panel to make them forget 28-3, to make them forget all of those moments he came up short in 2010, 2012, the Super Bowl choke job. What are you going to say to that panel to say, I mean, yeah, they might even let him in eventually, but first ballot, you can forget it. Not coming up with the likes of Brady and some of these other great QBs. So, look, me and Rev will be validated once again when Matt Ryan's up for first ballot Hall of Fame and he don't make it. Okay, we told you guys it is going to take a lot because I'm just trying to see the guy who presents him. What are you going to say? Here's Matt Ryan. He got a lot of stats, 60,000 yards. Let's see. Any great moments? Nope. Any great wins? Nope. What is he doing up in here? Oh, he got 60,000 yards. He got a lot of TDs. Oh, don't forget, this is the most important fact. He is the Falcons' all-time greatest quarterback.
Yeah, and you know what?
Oh, my God. I'm real some of y'all Matt Ryan fans. Y'all make me and Rev laugh.
I'm going to give Tom Brady some credit, I guess.
Older be young again, McDowell. He just what is the obsession with older be McDowell all the time?
You can't deny 7 Super Bowls. You can't deny the stats. He's definitely one of the all-time greats and probably the GOAT of quarterbacks. And it's just a great story. 7th-round pick. Yeah, 7th-round pick. Actually, I think it's 7th-round pick, not 6. 7th-round pick, Falcons fans, that's not the normal, so stop it. It's just
3rd-round pick could be the normal.
That's not the normal neither. But anyway, the law of numbers, it proves it.
You crazy.
It's just a great story. It's a great story, and I'm happy he's able to retire. Thank God, because now the NFC South is wide open. I think now is the time for him to kind of get into his sports analysis job, and like I said, I would say go back to his family, but no pun.
I don't know about the sportscaster. Even after Greg Olsen ain't giving up his job no time soon.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, we're gonna give him the number 1 chair because he's Tom Brady.
Tom Brady, yeah. But
I hope Brady got some charisma now.
Now
I don't think he's gonna. I think he would be better like in a more interview setting.
Yeah.
I listen to some of the stuff that he does with John Gray on Monday Night Football on the radio, and that's pretty solid. But I don't necessarily see him doing real well with spontaneity, because that's what that calls for being in the booth. You got to be spontaneous. You got to be able to speak very quickly. Brady is very measured in when he speaks. He makes calculated statements. He tries to finesse certain things, and that doesn't necessarily bode well in the booth. So I don't know if he would do well in the booth. I could see him like being on the set where Tony Dungy is, critiquing at halftime before the game, something like that, but not in the spur of the moment.
I want to see Wally just join Skip and Shannon on the desk in the morning. They love that.
Oh, they'll run him off.
I think, Skip would be slurping them all day long.
You ain't lying. He will run him off.
Now, I think that would not be a good combo with Shannon.
Yeah, that's what I think. Shannon might be about to leave the show soon. Shannon gonna go join Nick's show, the first show of the morning.
I don't know if Shannon would want to be a part of that foolishness, but it's all good. But Brady, we got to give it up to Brady. He did his thing, for how long he did it, and I think, man, for me, and he was married to a woman that was wealthy. So that may have got into a lot of his decisions not to take max contracts. But I think, quarterbacks have to look at what Brady did. if you want to remain competitive throughout your career, you might not want to eat up most of the salary cap with your contract.
Joe Burrow.
I mean, at the end of the day, so that's something that these quarterbacks, is it about money? Is it about legacy? Because it's hard to bring those two.
Aaron Rodgers, coach, that'd be the perfect name.
Yeah, it's hard to bring those two together. When Brady showed us, I don't think he was ever the highest paid quarterback, but yet,
oh, never.
He's the most accomplished quarterback ever. So
Russell Wilson, your bag. Kyler Murray, your bag. Ooh. And Lamar Johnson, Lamar Jackson, the bag he trying to get. That's why I don't. And the Falcons. That's why Armani, the Falcons will be better with Ritter on his rookie deal. See what you got with him. Look, if the kid don't work out, you can still make a move next year. But
the problem is, Red, Arthur Smith don't have that much time to figure it out.
It ain't about Arthur Smith. I mean, he made his time. His time might be up anyway. Okay, I'm all about the team going forward. Just finding me a quarterback for the team. If whether Arthur Smith here or not, that's really not my concern because he made his bed and now he got to lie in it. Nobody told you to waste 13 games with Marcus, sorry, but so you did that on your second year, which was a pivotal year, and now you coming down to your third year, which could be your final year, and now you got to depend on Ritter now because what are you gonna do?
You ain't got to depend on Ritter.
What are the alternatives, Armani? What are the alternatives?
Listen.
I'm listening.
You don't have to depend on Ritter. You can bring in a veteran quarterback,
such as who? Who's available to bring in?
Carr's available to bring in.
Tannehill
available to bring in.
Wait, who did you say before first?
Derek Carr.
Derek Carr. Okay. All right.
He's better than Ritter is right now. Ryan Tannehill.
I can't argue. Tannehill, no.
Right now.
Well, they work together, so I can't.
Is a very crazy. I mean, it could be done, but I don't see them giving him $50 million. But you can go draft your quarterback. I mean, it's just so many other options that you can do. I mean, people always talk about, oh well, you can't draft the quarterback because we have other needs. You can draft a quarterback.
Well, you can draft a quarterback, but the thing is, you already got a one you drafted last year in the third round that you already looking at. So now you're going to draft another one that you have to develop. What about the kids you're trying to develop now?
I mean,
now, the other guys, okay, I'm with you with Carr. I can see Carr and Tannehill because they are more proven guys. They veterans. Okay, if you're saying you don't want to sit back and develop Ritter, you want a more proven option. Okay, I can understand the Carr and the Tannehill moves. But when you say go back into the draft and get another guy when we already got Ritter, that's the move where I'm not with you.
Well, here's the thing. Let me interject right quick, Amon, if you don't mind.
Yes, sir.
I think it's kind of safe to say that the Falcons are not sold on Ritter, or at least the coaching staff.
He would have said it.
Yeah, I think that's where.
But you can't really be sold after 4 games.
I think Red, you're saying something from a fan standpoint that's legitimate, that you really haven't given the kid a chance, but the franchise is not really committing to him being the future. And that's where the breakdown is coming between organization and fan.
Yep.
Where the fans are saying, well, we need to give this kid a shot because 4 games is not a quality sample size to really attest to see if he's a starting quarterback. Whereas the management has not said Ritter is our guy going forward. If they
should have injected at 13 games.
If they had just simply stated Ritter is our guy, we want to see what we have in him going into 2023, then no Falcons fan would be expecting to potentially draft another quarterback.
Right. I wish they would have said that.
If they just said it,
That's all I said.
I think on the DL, the Falcons are hoping either like a Stroud or a Bryce Young falls to where they're picking.
You think so? You think they waiting on Stroud to fall to him?
Or one of those quarterbacks, or the dude from Kentucky.
Levis.
Oh no! Please not the dude from Kentucky.
Well, the thing
I think that's why we have not heard any definitive statement from the Falcons, because they are anticipating possibly one of those three quarterbacks being available, because they could just put everybody at ease in Atlanta and just say, Ritter is our guy going forward. We are going to give him the entire 2023 season to let him show us what he is about. But they have said nothing.
That's all I said. Thank you, Rev. That's all I'm saying. And on top of that, no GM or head coach is going to sit here and let a third round pick get them up out of here. You're going to put your whole job on the line for a third round pick. That don't even make sense.
They would
if I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go out swinging for the trees.
Well, you can't. A first round pick don't guarantee you swinging for the trees. He could be sorry too.
But the percentages of first round picks have a higher percentage of working than later round picks.
Yeah.
Well, not if they haven't played no games yet, and Ritter has played 4 games.
I'm telling you what history is showing. The data proves that the first round picks have a more higher success rate. If you don't agree, we can go look at the numbers since I pulled it up. They have a higher success rate than any other
I'm going to go with the guy who has played 4 games before a guy don't play 0 games.
They minus. So you telling me Ritter is on the talent level of a Stroud or a Bryce Young?
I don't know about Young.
Be honest.
I don't know about Young. Maybe not Young. I don't know what CJ Stroud can do.
Rev, what do you think? What do you think?
I can't say that Ritter has the cachet or the play to say he should be granted an entire season.
Thank you.
I mean, from the eye test, there's nothing about Ritter's game that says he's better than Stroud or Bryce Young.
Nothing.
Well, we didn't see anything from Jalen Hurts for the first 4 games either. Now it's a lot of quarterbacks we didn't see.
Here's the thing.
But just think about it. It's a lot of quarterbacks through the first 4 games you could say that about.
But here's the difference between Ritter and Jalen Hurts.
Hurts is crazy.
The Eagles made a conscious decision that they saw enough in Jalen Hurts to try to build a roster around his style of play.
Right. So if the Falcons had said they were devoted to Ritter,
but check this out. But they didn't say that. And what?
Right.
But check this out. The Eagles did that even when they had already invested in Carson Wentz.
The Eagles are a little bit smarter.
We had something in Jalen Hurts. That's why they took him in the 2nd round, even when signing Carson Wentz. So they saw something in him.
Look, if they don't depend,
the Falcons drafted Ritter just to say we have to draft a quarterback, not that we just needed him on the roster.
And that was a mistake there, if that's the reason they did that.
And here's to Armani's point. It's almost like the Falcons just added him just because they needed to put a quarterback on the roster rather than saying Ritter is our guy that we don't need to look for another quarterback. That's
okay. I can see that. I can see that. And if they did that, then that was a dumb thing to do, because you can't be wasting no 3rd round picks, man.
You can't say that was a dumb thing to do.
If you're going to get rid of this guy in a year and going to bring in another quarterback, then you should have used that 3rd round pick on somebody that we actually going to use. Because 3rd round picks, you can't be wasting them. You can't be wasting them. You can't draft a quarterback in the 3rd round in 2022 and then the next season say, okay, I'm gonna draft another quarterback in round 1.
But that's not how GMs that's not how they look
No,
at
no,
it.
you're right. That's how GM. That's how dumb Falcon GMs work. Some smart GM ain't gonna take no quarterback in round 3 and then come back and take another one in round 1. Not unless you finna trade the one you got in round 3.
So what have the Patriots been? Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious. You're not wasting a third round quarter. You're not wasting a third round pick.
Aaron Rodgers, and they took Jordan Love in the first round.
Yeah.
The Patriots had Tom Brady. They took Garoppolo in the second round.
And they were trying to trade one of them. They took Garoppolo in the second round, and they were trying to trade Brady. Like I said, you can do it if you're trying to trade one of them, but you can't keep both of them.
Okay, so hear me out. If you think that great GMs, historic GMs are great, and they have a good quarterback, a legendary quarterback, and they think highly of him, but they still draft quarterbacks. Ritter hasn't done nothing to say he's a legendary quarterback. They're going to keep bringing in talent because you don't know what the future may hold.
You can bring in some talent, but you need to get rid of a shot this season. You can bring in some more talent in a later round, but you don't need to bring in a quarterback this early after just drafting Ritter last year. If Ritter flame out this year, then fine. You want to bring in another quarterback after next year, go ahead. No, you just want Arthur Smith to save his butt, and he ain't gonna be able to do it because he took somebody he didn't believe in round 3. And if he takes somebody in round 1 this season, he not gonna be here for the long run to ride this quarterback out because he still might get fired next year.
I get your logic.
That's not true.
I get your logic, but the thing is, they may have drafted Ritter to be a backup quarterback, and it ain't like they paying him an arm and a leg. It's not like they got a lot of salary tied to him as a third round pick.
Nope.
So I'll take him as a backup if you go get Lamar.
So they could bring in a first round draft pick, and Ritter could still be their backup.
Okay, that's a good point. Okay, so we're gonna develop Ritter as the backup to CJ being the starter.
You could do that.
You can do that.
Yeah,
you have more invested in the first round pick.
You're not financially tied as much as you used to be when you have to draft first round quarterbacks.
Yeah,
and also I don't really want a quarterback in first. I think we need to go pass rusher in the first round.
Here's the thing with Falcons and pass rushers in the first round. The Falcons aren't good at
not yet, Steven, but I might. Go ahead, Armani. I'm sorry.
The Falcons aren't good at developing pass rushers from history. All of our pass rushers we've got through free agency coming in and balling.
Yep.
We ain't good at it.
Yeah,
we barely good at drafting quarterbacks. Barely.
Oh, we better. We do all right now.
We do better at drafting quarterbacks than we do developing top pass rushers.
Yeah.
So,
hey, everybody been crying about the defense, and now I'm finally on board with it. Now y'all telling me it's about the offense again. Defense.
At the end of the day, the Falcons.
You need a first round. You need some first round talent on that defensive line.
You need veterans on the line. Yeah. You need veterans on your defense.
Yeah.
You need
what veterans are they going after?
They need to do so in free agency. They need to do so
from the Bengals. You need veterans on defense because you have to think about it from an analytical standpoint.
You need some first round talent on that defensive line too.
Well,
look at how the Eagles are built their team now.
We done talked about the Falcons and they ain't playing no game.
For real.
The draft ain't no time no soon. But I think it's just.
And we're going to have the same discussion when free agency happened and the draft get closer. So we're going to revisit this again.
I think it's safe to say, the Falcons are in best player available mode. If it's offense or defense. I think that's where the Falcons are because at the end of the day, we can't say the Falcons are a quarterback away from making the playoffs. We can't say they are a pass rusher away from making the playoffs. They have a lot of holes in that franchise, and it's all about how they utilize the salary cap. I'm a rail this conversation there because Coach done checked out.
Where you at?
And we'll get to back to a regular Rev Sports Show next week, and we'll talk about All-Star reserves and snubs along with the Super Bowl picks and so forth and so on. And we'll try to do a special segment with my people from Passtown. I'll see if I get some people who will come and watch the Red and Rev Sports Show at the church next Sunday, and we'll just do it like a maybe.
All right, Miss Dana, it's your time to shine, Miss Dana.
Well, she may not be there because just keep her in prayer. She's dealing with some health challenges, and we want to pray for Sister Dana. So please keep her in your prayers. She knows her pastor praying for us. She's a great trooper. She does her thing, but she probably wouldn't be there because she's going through a rough time right now. But
we're thinking about you, Miss Dana. Love you, Miss Dana Brickers. Great Red and Red fan, everyone from Philadelphia.
All right, Coach, man. Since you've been quiet, man, I'm going to just flip it on you.
Hey,
who has the right to do what, when, where, and how?
I was listening to the riveting conversation with Falcon.
Who has the right?
You know how me and Armani do when we get it.
North Carolina and Duke. You're not ranked, but you do have the right to put on a great show today and give us a close competitive basketball game. No blowout. Tradition got to continue with y'all. So let's keep it up.
All right, Armani, who has the right to do what, when, where, how?
Lakers GM, you have the right to go ahead and bring your boy Kyrie back with LeBron, reunite him. It's time for y'all to win. Hey, win or go home. That should be the motto. Win or go home.
Red, who has the right to do what, when, where, how?
Hawks and the Lakers, but Hawks definitely. You got it right to keep winning. I like how we're doing this week. We have a bad week, come and have a good week. Keep winning, Hawks. Trey, you and Nate need to get along. If y'all just get along and just keep the consistency going, the Hawks can make a deep run. I have not given up on you guys yet. Get along, keep it consistent, keep winning. This road trip out west, we are balling right now. Let's keep it going tonight, Hawks. We got Denver tonight. Come back home next week. Let's keep it going. Hawks and Lakers, you have the right to keep winning so both of my teams can have a deep playoff run.
And Patrick Mahomes, you have the right to continue to get treatment on that ankle so that you can be closer to 100%, so you can make a lot of people a little devastated here in Coatesville, Pennsylvania.
Here we go.
Uh-oh.
Oh, man. Just Pete back, and we were praying for you. That's what you missed. We're praying for you. All right? And NBA fans, we have a right to celebrate a great moment in history. LBJ will break
Let's go.
Let's take it and enjoy it. Red, that's your line. Let's take it and enjoy it. It might be 50 years. I think it may be 100 years.
All righty. Do you have to sound like such a slurper? All this yelling and jumping up and down. I mean, good Lord, you sound like a doggone school kid. Oh, my God.
I sound like you talking about Kobe. I sound like you talking about Kobe. Well, he's irrelevant right now. It's okay. He's irrelevant right now.
Y'all gonna be slurping all week. So why y'all trip out here and do a little today? It's gonna be all week. Nothing but LeBron.
And with that being said, thank you, Coach, for hosting most of the Red and Rev Sports Show this episode. Thank y'all for letting me join in during the course of the show. Thank you, Reverend Night Nation, for all that you all have done. We look forward to Super Bowl edition of the Red and Rev Sports Show. Hopefully I can have some people come out to the First Baptist Church of Passtown and we'll give y'all some insight on what the folks in the Ville, about 50 minutes away from Philly, are thinking about as their Eagles prepare to play against my quarterback, Patrick Mahomes. So peace and love, everybody.
Jalen Hurts, baby. Jalen Hurts.
I'll be on time next week. And the VP is slamming down the gavel to end another fire session. One of the longest sessions.
Yeah. This might be the longest session.
Peace and
Check
love.
out the Night Court reboot. Slam down that gavel. It's on fire.
Remember, Rev, next week, Green Baptist. Next week, I'll be in Enterprise, Alabama, fishing for backwood boll weevils. All right, everybody. Peace and love. We love you all. Thank y'all for helping the show be what it is. Peace.